This is the Say It Can't Gamer, and you are live with the MMA-Holes!
Mixed martial a-holes. MMA-Holes, 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 MMA-Holes. You like to be a mixed martial a-hole. MMA-Holes, 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 MMA-Holes.
Boom, 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 boom.
No way.
Oh!
From the Queen Studios of New York, the UFC 223 press conference. We're going to react to it live with the MMA. Yes.
Wonderful, wonderful.
There it is. What's going on, friends and family? That was a nice long holes. Let me get holes in the chat. Wednesday night, TGIW. It's good to be here. It's good to be alive. It's good to see all of the wonderful, wonderful MMA holes inside. I could just touch you. Let me grab you. Ah! That's right. Wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful.
All right, tonight we're going to do a special show. Next week is UFC 223 Fight Week, but it's a big event. It's a powerful event. It's got a gigantic card, and I felt that since the media call was today, the press conference call, media call, UFC media call, conference call was today, I figured what we would do is we would react to it live on the MMA Holes. We've done this before. We've done this multiple times. I wasn't going to bring it back, but there is a level of cringe, there's some funny shit, and there's some back and forth between Khabib and Tony Ferguson that I think it's worth visiting. So I want to know in the chat how many people have seen or have heard the conference call today. I heard only half of it. I didn't hear the whole thing. I had things to do, but I heard half of it, and from what I heard, it was interesting. It was fun. A lot of back and forth with Tony and Khabib. Joanna and Rose were kind of, the sideshow. It was just, they weren't even really brought into the conversation. Maybe towards the end of it, they were, but I didn't really hear much of them at all. And what I wanted to hear was Tony and Khabib. The Rose and Joanna stuff, I could have used a little bit more. I'm interested to see what Joanna, how she's going to come back. It seems like maybe she's a little humbled. I don't know. I'm not quite sure yet. She seems like she wants to trash talk, but she's not quite trash talking. So we're going to listen to that shit today. I did not hear it. It says Almond. Michael Anzalone heard it. Nah, says anytime. Habib never finished his first sentence. This is JLW. T-Man, what's up, T-Man? TGIW, go subscribe to T-Man. T-Man is wonderful. Wonderful. Habib and Tony argue like an old married couple, says Drunk Savage. Habib or Ferguson, says Brendan Meekins. Now, I have been picking Tony Ferguson since they were supposed to fight forever. I've been going with Tony Ferguson in this one. I know people are like, how could you pick Tony Ferguson in this fight? Habib, he's never lost. But I'm picking Tony Ferguson. Now, with that being said, I am rooting for Khabib. I am. How could you root for a Russian man? Well, I don't give a fuck. I just like Khabib a little bit better than Tony. Tony, I'm not a big Tony Ferguson fan. And from what I heard from this call, it's more of me not being a Tony Ferguson fan. Credit to Tony. He had a couple of zingers, and we're going to talk about that. So get ready. Strap in. Get your popcorn ready, because we are going to do the UFC.
The UFC 223 Media Call! That's it. Yeah,
Good. All right, you guys pumped up? Is everyone ready in the chat? Hit me with a FAP in the chat if you're ready to go.
FAP.
If you're all excited.
FAP.
Jesse Bell will be doing the after show, so stay tuned for that. Now, what we're going to do along the way is we are going to stop the call. We're going to discuss the call. We're going to break down this media call. Who won in the call? We're going to talk about who was funnier, who was cringe, everything. Tonight on the MMA Holes. You guys are going to be able to call in as well. I'm going to open up the phone lines maybe 10 or 15 minutes into the media call. The donations are open if you guys want to fucking interrupt the show at any time. You know how to do it. TGIW, happy Wednesday, and we've got 10 more likes. 10 more likes. motherfucker. That's right, like the shit out of this video. Let's go. Tony and Khabib are going to fight.
I've got 10 more likes.
I've got
10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes.
fuck you, dislikes.
I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes. I hope the dislikes die of AIDS.
We are going to crush it with the next couple of weeks. We are on a cruise quest to 9,000 subscribers. I can't wait. I can't wait. Now, if you are new to this, we are the MMA-Holes. Everyone, all these misfits inside this phone are MMA-Holes. We are a community of knuckleheads that like mixed martial arts, UFC, Bellator, CES. By the way, I have some news about CES. CES is coming to New York, and that's wonderful, wonderful. We'll be covering that. Will we get John Gotti III on the MMA-Holes? Will we get him? Will we get John Gotti III on the MMA-Holes? Or, well, we'll find out. We had him on once before, and maybe we can have him for a proper sit-down on the MMA-Holes. That'd be good. What's up, Austin Sports? Haven't seen you in a minute. What's going on? Who would work out while on a phone? Says, bruh. All right, so what he's referring to is the conference call. I think we're all ready. Everyone hit me with the FAPs. Let's go. This episode of the MMA-Holes is devoted to the media call. If you heard it, you rewatch it with us. We're going to react to it, okay? If you didn't hear it, well, you're going to hear it for the first time over here, live on the MMA-Holes.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen,
You're welcome.
if you'd like to ask a question, you may do so by pressing *1
Yes.
on your telephone keypad.
Star 1 if you have any questions.
If you're on a speakerphone, please pick up your handset and make sure your mute function has been turned off.
Now, you hear the rustling in the background. That indeed is my update install available. Thank you. Thank you, MSI, for interrupting the show. Thank you. I appreciate that. Anyway, back to the call. There is a rumbling in the background. That is Tony Ferguson, and he is working out while on the call. Now, I have to say, point to Tony Ferguson. Points to Ferguson on that one because that's actually pretty funny. The no give a fuck. Hey, listen, I'm working to make weight. I'm working here, and you're just sitting down there and eating the tiramisu.
To allow your signal to reach our equipment. Once again, that's *1 for questions, and we'll pause for just a moment.
I feel like I'm in an airplane, right? I feel like I don't know. She has a very soothing airplane voice. Okay. You hear him running. You hear him running in the background. He's fucking doing cardio.
Question.
Okay. I always wondered why, with these media calls, right? I always wondered why the UFC couldn't get it right where everyone is on the same page, where the quality is good. I mean, it's 2018, for God's sakes. You mean to tell me you can't mic these motherfuckers up? Like, send someone around and be like, let's just talk into this mic. Okay, it's going to be at this time. Can we have a clear media call? But it's like tradition that they have the shittiest audio of all time. And Tony's running on a treadmill.
Come from Aaron Bronstetter with
Okay,
ESN.
here we go. Let's go.
Hi, everybody. This question is for Khabib and Joanna specifically. Joanna, I saw on Instagram that you're currently weighing 122.5 pounds. It might even be lower at this point. Khabib, you were one of the first to weigh in. I think maybe the first to weigh in for your last fight. Both of you are walking around a lot lighter these days. What changes have you both made in terms of your nutrition to get to a point where you're walking around a lot lighter so that weight cutting isn't as much of a concern?
I don't want to make
Look how thin she looks. Jesus Christ. She is walking around super light for this fight.
make this mistake again. I had such a big troubles with the weight cut before my first fight with Rose Namajunas. But I feel more than ready, as we said.
The best is Tony running in the background. And then you have that clicking noise. It's just fucking annoying as all hell. But as she's answering the question, Tony's huffing and puffing on the treadmill.
You can see that my weight is super low, so I even will not go through the weight cut because I'm going to be on point. And the thing is the knowledge, Of course, the camp, the process of preparing before every fight, it's all about the trust, but sometimes we should trust ourselves more than the other people. But from 4 weeks, I've been working with a new nutritionist team, and I feel great with them, and I just feel good, My weight is on point. I feel good. I finished the camp strong. Everything is on point. just I keep more attention on everything, you know, on every single person who is involved to my
The audio's horrific.
preparation.
It looks like a lot of people would smash Joanna, by the way. I see a lot of faps in the chat. I see if you would smash Joanna, hit me with a fap.
Fap.
Hit me with the fap in the chat real quick. Hit me with the fap, please. If you would hit Joanna Jędrzejczyk, hit me with a fap in the chat right now. There she is. She's waiting in the shower for you. And it is wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Oh, I see a... Thank you, Marky. Appreciate it.
Hey, what's up, guys?
It's Khabib time!
My weight is going good. I'm cutting this weight, I'm cutting weight last maybe 15 years. I have big experience. And, you know, 10 days before weigh-in, I feel perfect. Don't worry about my weight.
That clicking is drawing. Oh, hell no, says Jay Smooth. No, says Mac V. Nope, says Olympia Lowlife. Rough face is Jay Smooth. Yes, says Shan Wood. Fap for Rose is James M. Fap Pulse Reloaded. She's flatter than a middle-aged man in the chest, though, says JLW.
Right, guys. And I will show 155 weight, and next day I'm going to show my performance. Fat.
You're Tony Ferguson? He's like, fat. Hold on, let me see if I get back to that. Let's go back to this.
I will show 155 weight.
Listen up.
And next day, I'm going to show my performance. Fat.
Or did he say fap?
Fap.
Tony Ferguson chiming in saying fap, fat. I don't know. There's Tony running in the background. He's doing his cardio. It's good to see he's taking this phone call very serious.
That's all from me. Thanks, guys.
There's Tony running around. This is fucking exhilarating. I mean, Jesus Christ. We're 4 minutes into this thing, and I want to blow my brains out already.
We'll hear from Steve Muehlhausen with SportingNews.com.
This is going to sell a pay-per-view. Jeez. Now, here's the thing. I mean, if you are watching this on a replay, you got to be like, Jesus Christ. We're 4 minutes in. I'm not going to listen to this shit anymore. But trust me, hold on. Hold on a second. It's going to get fired up. So hold on. Get your popcorn ready.
Mr. Muehlhausen, your line is open. Please check your mute button.
I do apologize, babe. Everyone, thank you for the time.
Oh, the audio's horrific.
In particular, and you know, there's a big boxing heavyweight title fight.
How come they can't get the fucking audio right? Jesus Christ. 4 minutes, 30 seconds into the fucking media call. You can't get the goddamn... It's so annoying. Holy shit. It's horrific.
Weekend out in Wales. And that fight had been promoted, and a lot of people had known about it it's been hyped for about the last month. TV commercials, a lot of interviews, so on and so forth. And for this fight, as big a fight as this is, it really seems like that hasn't been the same for this fight, and we're still almost 10 days away. If you guys felt the same thing where the hype hasn't been there yet for a fight where this is quite arguably two of the best fighters in the world competing for the lightweight title.
Who you asking, man?
Like, that question was so long-winded. You couldn't get to the fucking point. And Ferguson's like, who are you asking, man? I want to know, too. I'm confused.
Oh, you and Khabib, Tony. You can start first. Go ahead.
You know what? I'm going to let Khabib take this one first because I've been preparing for this thing for 4 times, and then this guy screwed me off. So you go ahead and ask him if there needs to be any more hype in this one.
All right, so he's deferring to Khabib.
About hype, I don't know, but I know it's one of the biggest fights in UFC history because UFC before never make who has 10 win streak versus 9 win streak in UFC, and you know it's gonna be big fight, and we're supposed to fight 2015, we're supposed to fight 2016, 17, now it's 18, and you know I hope we're gonna fight. Finally, we're going to fight because this is the most important fight in lightweight division right now.
I hope you're going to fight too. Jesus Christ.
Now. And, you know, fight for real belt, very big show in Brooklyn. You know, I'm very excited about this. We'll see what happens.
That's where you're wrong, man. I got the belt. I got the belt already. That's where you're wrong, dog. I have the belt.
Calm down. You say let's talk first. Hey, you say let's talk.
Here we go. Here we go.
Yeah,
first. Can I finish?
You're talking about some bullshit, kid. You know, you had your chance to fight for that belt. You missed it.
Why?
You missed weight because
I talk about what?
I hope you're.
Hey, I talk. No, listen. Calm down. I'm gonna talk. Finish, and after you can talk. You can say everything.
Okay, man. No, you know what? You started it. You know what? And you never finished it. You guys punked out like a bunch of pussies, and now I'm out here. You're gonna face the boogeyman. I'm giving you one chance to quit, to walk away, and fucking retire. That's all you got.
To be honest, I didn't understand your English. You know, you talk like stupid guy. Please, can I finish this? And after you can talk all your shit.
You talk like stupid guy. You talk like stupid guy.
Okay, man. That's all right.
I'm gonna finish. You say, hey, you say, let's talk first. Can I finish this?
I hope you got your diet under control.
Hey, show your class. Hey, show your class. If you talk about championship, if you champion, can I finish? And after you can talk. You know, you all the time talk shit.
I have the belt. You want
Calm down.
Conor's belt? Fuck Conor's belt. My belt is the real belt. It belongs here in the
Brother,
UFC. That's where it's at.
How you real belt if UFC call now interim lightweight champ? How you real belt?
Well, you tell me I'm the
You're
real
not real champ.
I got 10 fights.
No, you have interim champ. No, what are you talking about? You have interim champ.
I'm the champ. Remember?
No, you have official. You have interim champ.
No,
interim.
What are you talking about?
Stupid guy.
Hey, me and you. Hey, you know. I'm gonna give you.
I'm actually working out as I'm talking. What are you doing,
That's actually pretty funny, though, how Tony Ferguson is not taking, you know, he's like, fuck this call. I'm going to keep working out. I'm going to keep training for this fight, and you hang out over here. So that I give a point to Tony. But I love how Khabib talks down to you. It's hilarious. It's so funny how he just doesn't give a fuck, and it gets a little worse.
You up in your face full of tiramisu? It's not even Tuesday, guys.
Hey, don't worry what I eat. Why you focus about what I eat? Focus on yourself.
You didn't make weight last time. You know what? You took food off my kid's table.
Don't worry. Hey, nobody protect about injuries. This is part of the game. What happened 2016? Hey, what happened?
That octagon. And motherfucker,
okay.
You're going down.
Stupid guy.
Listen. What happened 2016? Why you didn't come? Why you not show up? Why? Because injured.
Why didn't you show up before that? Because your teammates hurt you.
No. No, we talk about because I have injured. I didn't talk about injuries. Anybody can get injured because this is part of the game. You know, nobody protects. You think you protect about injuries? Hey, you think you protect about injuries?
Somebody told you, you know what? This dude's tough as shit.
Hey.
Tougher than nails.
Hey.
I feel you.
Hey,
I get it. I wouldn't want to fight you.
To be honest, I didn't understand. You know, I know Mexican language, I know English, but I didn't understand what you're talking about. You're like stupid. You know, like your mind is like stupid.
Yeah,
your mind like stupid.
Wonderful.
I fucking love it. Your mind like stupid.
I go where?
He might have the best accent in the UFC. I'm sorry. This guy, he's goddamn gold.
When we go to the cage, I'm going to explain to you.
I'm harder than you, and my conditioning's better than you.
Who said this? Who said
I
this?
say it. I say
Who
it.
said this? You said this?
I'm better.
Wait, when you say I'm tired.
You're scared.
When you say I'm tired, never all my life. No, listen.
Scared.
Hey,
listen. You're gonna get it.
Okay. Let's talk about numbers. No. Let's talk about numbers. Without
record from Russia, dude, you got
no. Let's talk about numbers. Hey, let's talk about numbers. All my life, nobody makes me tap. Nobody.
All my life, nobody makes me tap. Now, Khabib does have something to hold on to, and that is his unblemished record. It's something to hang his hat on, but he has missed weight and this and that. I think Khabib made a very good point with saying, well, I was injured. You were injured, and we couldn't fight. I was injured, and we couldn't fight. So he said an injury. He claims it was because of an injury is why he missed weight. You can say what you want about it, but it was an interesting comeback. I think he was ready for that. It was an interesting comeback. I noticed in the chat, there's a lot of people that are not big Tony Ferguson fans. Now, I think Tony Ferguson is an amazing fighter, a fantastic fighter, but he is cringy, man. And I don't like to judge people off of tough, but when I saw him on tough, I was like, oh, fuck, someone shoot me in the fucking head. I think he's gotten better now, but his trash talk it's still rough. So far, I give it to Khabib.
In amateur training, doesn't matter. Never. I'm tired. Never make me tap. Never. What are you talking about? About my condition? Please
Your
calm down.
conditioning sucks and you're
Calm
fat,
down.
dude. You have a half a pound of
How
lose.
you know
You
this?
still have to
Hey,
prove
how
to me
you
that
know
can make
this?
championship weight. You have
Okay,
half a pound more to lose.
Okay,
You know what? I hope
Call him fat.
I hope you got your shit under condition, man, because if you mess this up, you're going to have the whole world hating on you, doggy.
Okay, you finished?
Nope, I'm never finished. You're going to
Okay, let's talk. I'm going to let you talk.
Wait till you taste my jab. I'm going to make you taste nickels and dimes, son.
Okay. It's getting weird. It's getting weird. Now, if you're just jumping in, we're listening to the UFC media call for 223. Khabib versus Tony. They're going back and forth. We have Joanna and Rose on the line too, but they're taking a back seat to the circus that's going on. This event is going on next Saturday, UFC 223 at the Barclays Center. And I forgot about the media call. I completely forgot. I heard a little bit of it today. I'm like, let's fucking react to this shit.
Why are you nervous? Why are you so nervous? Calm down.
I'm not nervous. I'm working out right now. What are you doing?
Relax.
Eating?
What are you
Eating?
doing?
Stuffing your
We
face?
have press conference call.
Stuffing your
We
face
have to
again?
talk.
Come on. Come on.
Because
you know how many people you
hey,
disappointed that you were 206? You
Hey, a lot of people gonna listen us. You know,
I don't even care.
people have to understand what are you talking about. I'm gonna let
What am I talking about?
After we
You know what? I know what you're talking about, and you know what I'm talking about. You know those.
Okay, what are you talking? Okay, what are you talking about? What are you talking about?
You saw fear, son. You saw fear.
What are you talking
You looked at it and you got scared. That's what you saw.
I scared?
Yeah, buddy.
Please, come on, Sonny.
You're not
Come
scared.
on.
That's fine. I'm the only Mexican that you can't be friends with. And I'm going to fuck you up.
I'm the only Mexican you can't be friends with. I'm going to fuck you up, says Tony Ferguson. All right, so so far, like I said before, I'm giving it. Khabib is very calm, cool. And he's like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? And Ferguson shot out of a cannon. Like I said, I do enjoy the fact that Ferguson is doing it on a treadmill, not giving a fuck about this whole media call and still talking shit. So kudos to Tony Ferguson. Just don't know what that last line meant, but yeah.
We'll see. It's like 10 days. 10 days before
we'll see.
fight.
Dana, what time is it? You have to be encouraged by everybody. You have to have somebody hold your hand.
Now, hold on a second. Do you guys notice that Khabib, he's starting to trash talk a little bit like Daniel Cormier? You know, fighting out of AKA over there. I've noticed that in this call so far, he's like, hey, like there's some ways around his trash talk right now that calm, the way he's responding to Tony. It's that kind of Daniel Cormier-esque retaliation I've noticed in this press conference so far, and I'm wondering if Daniel is coaching him with trash talking.
Because this is not my fault, you know. Then I talk about Khabib time.
Can you imagine when I have a team pushing me?
Hey,
come on. Now.
Why you jealous about Dana like me? You jealous about this?
No, I don't give a shit
why?
who likes me or don't like me because
no. Why you talk about Dana then? Why you talk about Dana? Hey, why you talk about Dana? You jealous Dana like me?
You say Dana, what time is it?
Hey, you know why Dana likes me?
Whatever.
Hey, this is not
Dana
about
likes me better. You hate that. Because I'm a real fighter, dog. I show up.
Who real fighter? You real fighter? You 7 times somebody give you a knockdown in UFC career. 7 times you go down.
Oof. Well, that's true. That's true.
I'm gonna knock you out. You understand?
Oh, he's saying he's gonna knock Tony out. Interesting.
Hey, pussy, you still there?
Hey, pussy, you still there? Now you got Tony Ferguson quoting other trash talking. Jesus Christ.
You out your face, you know.
That's cool. I hope you try to box me. Let's go. I'm gonna take your ass down, straight up. I'm gonna fucking break your ankles.
I'm gonna take your ass straight down. I'm gonna break your ankles. This is Tony Ferguson. There you go.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Hey, nobody understand your English, bro.
Khabib is telling someone that no one understands your English. Khabib is saying this.
Calm down, please. Relax. So why are you nervous? So why? We just talk.
Ain't nobody nervous, kid. You're nervous.
No, you're nervous. You speak like stupid guy. You know.
I can smell through that phone, kid. That's all I can smell. I smell fear. I smell it on you. And you got reek of it.
Hey guys, if you have questions, please ask. Because this stupid guy, you know, like crazy.
Yeah, I'm stupid, dog. I'm stupid. Yeah,
hey, you look like stupid. You look like
stupid.
Like stupid guy.
You guys give me that fuel I need. Every time, anytime you want your piece, any of your fans open their fucking mouth, I'm gonna hit that bag twice as hard for you.
What? Oh my God.
Tony, I have one question for Tony.
Oh Jesus Christ. Oh, Tony. Now remember, guys, I did pick Tony Ferguson in his fight. I do still believe that Tony's going to win this fight. I am rooting for Khabib. I wanted it to be an even trash talk extravaganza between the two of them, but right now we are 12 minutes into this thing, and I'm still giving the edge to Khabib. Here's the thing. Khabib has a clearer call, so you can hear him better. Tony's kind of huffing and puffing on the treadmill, so he has a disadvantage right there, but damn, I'm having a tough time with this one. I'm having a tough time.
You know, he brought this up in terms of you being called the interim lightweight. You've seen it in promotional packages. You've seen it also in press releases. Does it bother you that you're still not getting
the worst audio ever?
The lightweight champion.
Did anyone even hear what this fucking guy said?
Well, who's supposed to be talking? I don't even know who's talking.
Who's organizing this?
That was for you, Tony. I'm sorry.
All right. What the fuck? What is going? 13 minutes in. 13 minutes into this conference call. It's UFC 223, which is next Saturday. Tony versus Khabib. They're taking over the show. Joanna and Rose are in the background, and I would like to hear from them. We're going to hear a little bit more from them. But Tony, why is Tony on the treadmill? It's I don't know. He's being a prick, right? That's what he's doing. And like I said before, I do like that. I do enjoy the fact that Tony is on the treadmill giving no fucks. That's kind of cool. I enjoy that. The problem is it's tough to listen to because we can't hear much of what's going on. The running in the background is extremely distracting.
Crazy, guys. I didn't understand.
Lunatic cringe.
What's up, guys?
Oh, my God.
No, I had a question for Tony. And Tony, I don't know if you heard me, but, you know, in a lot of the promotional packages, and even in the press releases, it's still regarding you as the interim lightweight champion. I just wanted to know if that still bothers you, that the fact that you're still being called the interim champion.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you a thing or two about a thing or two, because everybody can.
Let me tell you a thing or two about a thing or two.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Did I just fucking hear that right? Hold on a second. Let me go back for a second. Let me tell you a thing or two about a thing or two.
Lightweight champion. I just wanted to know if that still bothers you, that the fact that you're still being called the interim champion.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you a thing or two about a thing or two. Because everybody can get a belt. Not every single person can get an Ultimate Fighter trophy. And I got that thing and it looks shiny. And I make sure that shit shines every single day. And it sits right there nice with that 10-win streak belt that I have right there. What sounds better than 10 in a row? 11. And that's going to keep on climbing, brother.
Oh, my God. Tony, please listen. Oh, Jesus.
Thank you, guys. And the best of luck next week.
Oh, my God.
Thank you. As a reminder, it's *1 for questions, and we are asking if the fighters are not speaking or responding
Wonderful,
to a
wonderful.
question to please mute your line. We'll go to our next caller, Damon Martin with flowcombat.com. Please go ahead.
Hey, guys. First question is for Tony. Tony, taking the title out of the situation, is there any question? I know the answer, but I'm asking anyways. Is there any question in your mind that the winner of this fight is the best lightweight in the world?
No, absolutely not. There's always going to be somebody better. I believe that 150%. There's going to be somebody in the jungle kicking down trees, preparing for this shit, man. There's always going to be somebody better. And I know
There's always going to be someone better. Dan from Oregon says, what's better than 7-second abs? 6-second abs. There you go.
Wonderful, wonderful.
There you go. Dan from Oregon chiming in.
know how to take a loss. Because he's never lost. He never knows how to bounce off a loss. So I hate to see what that arrow's going to do to him.
You know,
I'm actually curious of seeing that, too. I want to see Khabib bounce from a loss. I mean, the guy is, what, 24-0, right? 25-0, excuse me. 25-0 right over here. Khabib Nurmagomedov does not lose. Guy's been fighting forever, and he doesn't lose. He looked fantastic against Barboza. Michael Johnson's fight, he was on top of him, pounding his face into the mat. Give me belt, give me chicken. That's what Khabib was doing there. And, you know, yeah, it's interesting to see how he would bounce back to something like that, especially having trouble hitting 155. But, man, I don't know. I mean, I think Tony has the tools to do it. I think he's the guy that can dethrone Khabib and put a blemish on his record. I do believe it. I really do. I just think that Khabib is winning the media conference call.
Obviously, this fight has been put together. You know, this is the 4th time now. I mean, was there a point at which you said, you know, you weren't going to bother trying to get this fight again just because of all the ways it fell apart before?
I could, man. I could be let it worry about me, and I could use. I mean, seriously, I could let it put me down. I could feel guilty. I could feel remorse. I could feel whatever that everybody wants to make me feel like, man. I am their scapegoat. I don't even give a shit.
That's a good point, Vlad. He says, how many of those are in the UFC, says Vlad. And, yeah, that's a good point. Check it out over here. Here's Khabib, the number 2 ranked fighter, over here. Now, he's got enough in the UFC, but remember, 25, all right? So he's 25-0-0 as a pro fighter. And let's see. Here we go. We go to his UFC record, and he's got a decent amount. Look, 1, 2, 3. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in a row in the UFC. It's very impressive. So, I mean, yeah. Now, a lot of people like to talk about these decisions over here, but, I mean, he does have his finishes, man. Like, he came off of a performance of the night. I mean, he pretty much did work on Edson Barboza. He submitted Michael Johnson. KO TKO over here is 2016. And, you know, a couple of decisions, but he's got finishes. The guy's a beast. I'm not trying to take anything away from Khabib here. I do feel that Tony, for some reason, I just feel that Tony's going to win. I think it's a good bet. There you go. Kenshiro Ryu says I got 200 on Tony to win. I think it's a good bet, but I am rooting for Khabib in this one. I don't know. I'm just not the biggest Tony fan. I think he's a fantastic fighter. I'm just not a big fan of, well, listen.
You guys want to pin the blame on me? That's fine. I got big-ass shoulders, man. I can carry that weight. I don't even care, man.
Big-ass shoulders? Hold on. You have, wait, what? These are big-ass shoulders? Hold on. Let's go back for a second here. He has big-ass shoulders. He can carry that weight. All right, let's go back for a second.
Guilty. I could feel remorse. I could feel whatever that everybody wants to make me feel like, man. I am their scapegoat. I don't even give a shit. You guys want to pin the blame on me? That's fine. I got big-ass shoulders, man. I can carry that weight.
What? What?
Wonderful, wonderful.
I don't even care, man. I have a job to do. I'm putting food on my kid's table, and nobody's going to stop that. So if this dude doesn't show up, it doesn't matter who shows up. Conor, McNuggets, or anybody else. They'll get their ass handed to him, too. Because
the McNugget thing is so cringe.
My dad taught me a long time ago. You don't go on that wrestling chart, and you don't look at the next opponent. You look through your opponent, not at it.
All right, so if you're just jumping in, we're listening to the UFC 223 media call. It happened today. We're doing a little live reaction to it. And Tony Ferguson is currently doing cardio while being interviewed, or being asked questions.
Do you consider Khabib the toughest challenge of your career?
What kind of stupid question is that? Do you consider Khabib to be the toughest challenge of your career? He's 25-0-0. The guy's undefeated. He looks fantastic. He's not slowing down. What the fuck? What kind of dumb I mean, they always say there's no dumb question, but that's stupid.
Khabib is a strong challenger. I have to give him that. He's a very strong challenger. But in order for him to have his hand held at every single practice, for somebody to help him, to teach him to cut weight, man, he's a fucking cake eater. He's a silver spoon-fed cake eater. I'm about to take that spoon from him and beat him over the head with that shit.
He's going to take the spoon and beat him over the
head. All my life, I still learning. It's okay.
I like the by Khabib.
I am not shy about learning something about, like, you know, like somebody. It's okay, you know, all life. We're living, we learn. We're living, we learn, you know. I'm not nervous about, like, if you talk about, somebody teach me. Of course somebody teach me. I have great coaches. My father, Javier Mendez. I have a great sparring partners. You know, like, everything is great, you know. When you're good person, everything becomes good with you. You know, like, I don't understand why you talk about, like, what I eat. Dana like me. Dana
tiramisu, dog.
Yeah, why?
Fathead. You know what? You eat it 2 times before every dinner, man. You did it on TV, kid. I mean, straight up, man.
No, don't.
You wanted to be smart about it, and that's what's up. That's why you didn't make weight. Too much sugar, dude.
Don't worry.
Too much sugar gonna heal your
Don't
body.
worry.
Why
you know
something about CrossFit? I'm going to tell you something about CrossFit. With big muscles require lots of oxygen, less flexibility. Your shit's going to snap. You're going to be snapping into it.
I have one question. Why you didn't show up 2016? Why?
And he keeps on going back to that. So Ferguson was, Khabib was ready for this, right? This question. Yeah, Tony was supposed to fight Khabib. It fell through because of the tiramisu incident. And Khabib is going back to 2016. Why couldn't you fight? Because you're injured. So Khabib is trying to say that he was injured, you were injured, get over it. That's what Khabib is trying to say there. It's interesting to see that plan of attack.
Why? Because I was taking some chops, some fucking hard kicks from a professional soccer player to the chops. That's what I was doing with no pads.
That doesn't sound too smart.
It's your excuse, man. Your teammates break you. You didn't show up. Wait.
You funny guy, Tony. You funny guy. You stupid funny guy. You know, nobody understands you. You know, like
everybody
you
understands me. The only reason you don't understand me is because you know there's a language barrier, and I'm not going to hold that against you.
I have a question for you.
I won't.
Hey,
I won't hold that against you. But as far as you not making weight, the last fight, that's everybody. That's your whole team's fault, man. Because they know
Tony,
the protocol.
Why you
why you
didn't show up?
That's your manager's fault. Hey, your manager keeps talking shit, man. Why you keep talking shit?
What happened with you? You ate tiramisu too?
Me? No, I have blood in my lungs, kid. What? I got X-rays for
like
that
blood?
Shit.
Like,
you know what, man, you know what? We'll get injured and he'll bounce back from that shit.
No, listen, tiramisu much better than blood. Tiramisu much better than blood. What are you
what the fuck?
talking about? Why you eat
spitting
blood?
up blood
Why
is no
you
excuse? I get you, kid. Don't trip, man. You'll see me soon enough, bro. And you know what?
No.
I got a pair of sunglasses.
Why you don't show
right
up? Hey, why you don't show up? Why?
Hey, I always show up. Why didn't you show up?
Always.
Why didn't you show up the last
okay,
fight?
why I fight with Jorge? Why I fight
of
with
people
Jorge?
around the world?
Supposed to fight
You just defended your own people. Your own people like me better than you. I'm a real fighter. Straight up.
No, I don't talk about you not fighting. I know you're fighter. You know, you have 10 wins. Of course you fighter. You know, but I feel
you got problems, dog. You got a big problem, and I'm coming after you.
Which problem? I didn't have problem with nobody. What are you talking about?
I can't wait to hit you in the chops. I'm gonna make you take a knee or two.
No, you know, like you have some problem. You know, you wanna talk shit, but you cannot talk shit because it's look like fake. You know?
You gotta stop me.
Be real, bro. Be real.
Me.
Calm down and be real.
I'm hard to
relax. We just talk on phone.
I love the calm presence of Khabib. He's like, relax. We just talk on phone. And, you know, Tony's all doing his cardio. I like it. I like the approach.
We have 10 days
ain't no fun. Ain't no fun, kid. Every time I get a chance, I'm going to, you just wait.
I agree, Olympia. It does. It sounds like Tony's trying too hard. We haven't had a chance to find out, you know, hear Tony's, you know what? I just don't think he's a good trash talker. I think that's what it is. He's just not, he tries, and it kind of falls flat. And it's falling flat again. Khabib is just kind of laughing at him. It's interesting. It's gonna be an interesting fight in the cage. It's gonna be fire.
I'm gonna break you. I'm gonna break your spirit. I'm gonna take your soul.
How are you gonna break me? I'm unbreakable. How are you gonna
break
me,
dog?
He says he's unbreakable.
Be like your nose in shape.
Hey, you 3 times. You lose 3 times. Somebody broke you 3 times. What are you talking about? I am unbreakable.
After your fights are only 2 rounds.
There are your odds right there. Does anyone know the odds on this fight? Says Michael Cerullo. And the odds are right over here. Check it out. Let me zoom in a little for you. Minus 240, Khabib. Plus 205 is Ferguson over there. It's a good bet. I think if you want to try to make a couple of bucks and see a blemished record, I like the bet of Tony Ferguson. Kenshiro Ryu looks like he's placing some money on it. Let me know if anyone's betting on Tony in this fight. I mean, a lot of people are picking Khabib, of course. I mean, the guy is a fucking savage. He's fantastic. But I just, for some reason, I'm feeling Tony in this one.
What are you gonna say to that?
Okay, what about Michael Johnson? Michael Johnson. What about Michael Johnson?
I broke my arm and I kept fighting in the fight. What's your excuse?
Hey. What about Michael Johnson? You broke your arm?
Michael Johnson? Get out of here. You fought a broken Michael Johnson and you fought a broken Edson Barboza.
No.
You didn't fight the real Edson Barboza.
Okay. Like, when I fight Dos Anjos.
Oh, Tony says your padded ass record. 25-0. There you go. Let's see what Khabib comes back with.
You're in the States and everywhere else, man. The 3 rounds.
No, listen, let's talk. Why, you scared talk? You scared talk?
You a pussy.
No, let's talk.
You straight up pussy.
No, let's talk. Don't cuss them, let's talk. Be relaxed.
Yellow like your hat.
People, a lot of kids listen us. A lot of kids listen us. Let's talk. Okay.
What about a chance to fight in May? What was your excuse? You had a chance to fight in May.
What about Dos Anjos?
I gave you an opportunity. You took an easier fight. What's your fucking excuse? I gave you an opportunity to show up, and you decided to take an easier fight. You tell me.
Easier fight? What? What about easier fight?
You answer that, and then I'll fucking tell you straight up. You scared.
About what?
See, Kenshiro saying it's padded. Tony will expose Khabib. I really want Tony to win. And we have a subscriber. Hey, Michael Cerullo. What's up, man?
Wonderful, wonderful.
Michael Cerullo, you're wonderful, wonderful. Michael Cerullo, welcome to the motherfucking MMA-Holes. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. And we got 10 more likes. If you're just tuning in, we're listening to UFC 223. Like this video, share, and lick my balls.
I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes.
I've got
10 more likes. Fuck you, dislikes. I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes. I hope the dislikes die of AIDS.
There we go. It's a like party. It's a subscribe party. Don't forget to subscribe to the greatest channel on YouTube.
Sick of your shit, and I'm sick of the hype. I can't wait to derail your ass.
And if it's okay, bro. Relax. It's okay. After 10 days, I'm gonna give you like crazy shots.
Yeah, you okay? You go ahead, man. You go ahead. You enjoy those fake belts that people be giving you. You go ahead and imagine that's as close as you're gonna fucking get to that belt.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
Tony does not seem to be getting to Khabib in this media call, but it all comes down to the cage. So we are 20 minutes into this thing, and yeah, Rose and Joanna are on this call as well. Let's see if they can get some questions over to Rose and Joanna. I saw Michael Anzalone in the chat saying that, Chris, why don't you call in and ask some questions? And maybe if they get the audio a little bit better, maybe I'll call in and ask some questions as well. We got a new MMA hole. Raegos Pantaleon is wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Thank you.
Okay. I let you everything, what you want. We'll see. When we go to the cage, I'm going to talk with you, you know, like...
You ain't gonna talk shit, dude. You're gonna be busy with some fucking elbows in your face.
I'm going to
I'm
finish
sharpening that shit up on metal. I hope you're watching my shit.
I hope what?
Yeah, go on. You know. You've never been cut.
Question.
Wait
It's getting so cringy.
till you start seeing red, kid.
Funny guy.
Wait till you start having that blood drip from your fucking eyebrow.
Whoa, he's saying he's going to make some blood drip from his eyebrow. Interesting. He's going to cut him up, Tony.
Let's see how you react then. I've been in battles where I've bled.
Interesting. It's true. I don't think we've seen Khabib bleed before, right? And Khabib laughs. Khabib, don't bleed. Khabib does not bleed.
Think about it.
Russian skin does not break.
Dream about
Hey,
it.
why you don't show up 2016? You don't give me answers.
Because I'm a pussy. Is that what you want to hear? I'm a pussy. You know what? I let blood in my lungs fucking get the best of me. Cool. I get it.
Why you
don't
don't show up 2016? What happened, man? I need
What
to know.
happened to a lot of times you didn't show up, huh? Huh? 2 times.
I go hospital.
Two
Almost
times,
died.
dog.
I go hospital.
Oh, I almost died. Go to the hospital. You didn't fucking almost die. You got fucking scared. Get out
I'm
of here.
scared?
Fucking excuses.
What?
Bullshit
Hey,
excuses,
if-
man. Bullshit excuses.
I don't think somebody's scared, you know, who have 9-0 in UFC. You know
what I love about
10-0.
this?
We have
Get underneath
who
the
fighting
skin.
in
I ain't
UFC.
scared
I
of
don't
you,
think
dude.
this guy's scared, you know.
You're fucking
I don't think
terrified of me. Wait till you test my condition, dog. I'm going to take you in deep waters. I'm going to leave you out there with no fucking snorkel.
What happened with your condition when you fight Danny Castillo?
I was worried about jiu-jitsu. I was probably like, what, a blue belt? Get out of here. I like to test that. It's called mat time, dog. What about you, huh?
No, what happened?
You blew
What
your
happened when
last
you
fight.
fight
You
Danny
went 3
Castillo?
rounds the last fight. You couldn't even finish Edson Barbosa. I finished him in the 2nd round. Bullshit.
I don't need finishing. I know why I need finishing. Why?
You didn't need to?
Just
Get out of here.
No, I'm fun when I go cage, like relax, like take my time, talk with Dana about like future.
Yeah,
how
because
we
you
gonna
want to blow
smash
your
your
watch.
face,
Man, I'm gonna piss
how we
you off
gonna
so
smash
much.
your face.
Oh.
You know,
Smash
it's
my
okay.
face.
We already have fun with Dana. That's why you talk
Try it.
about
Wait till you
Khabib
taste my
time all the
command
time,
hands.
and you jealous. Hey, you jealous.
Hey, no.
Jay Smooth hopes that they kill each other over here or light each other on fire in the cage. This is a banging fight. Out of 10, what do you rate this fight over here? I mean, this fight has been in the works for a while. It's been falling apart, and we're very close in Brooklyn next Saturday. We can see this fight happen. We could actually see this fight happen. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I'm pumped up, and we got 10 more likes. I'm going to open up the phone lines in a second. UFC 223 media call. Lick my balls.
I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes. Fuck you, dislikes. I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more
Wow, a lot of 10s over there. People are pumped up about this fight. Conor McGregor's big Irish balls. 3-3 gives it a 9 out of 10. Vlad gives it a 10. The shit talk is a 0. That's true.
Wonderful.
That is true. 11 out of 10 says Drunk Savage. You guys are pumped up. How many people in the chat will be buying the pay-per-view? Let me know how many people are actually pay for this pay-per-view. If you look at the card, UFC 223, usually we do this shit during fight week, but I'm so pumped up about this card. That's why we're talking about it tonight. And there's nothing big to talk about. We're talking about the MMA-Holes and UFC 223. Look at the co-main event. Rose versus Joanna. Fire!
Wonderful.
We have a fight over here. All right, who gives a fuck about this? But bang, Chiesa versus Pettis. And Iaquinta versus Felder. Jesus Christ, that's a barn burner right there. And then Carolina gets pushed to the prelims. But check it out, man. I mean, Moreno versus Borg. That's a great fight over there. Lauzon always puts on a show. We got some shit. We have the GOAT, Artem Lobov, is fighting Alex Caceres, and that's Bruce Leroy, right? We have our buddy of the show, Devin Clark, is fighting as well. A lot of stuff over here on this UFC 223 card. So it is a fucking banging card. I'm interested because Tony's not usually a pay-per-view seller, but Khabib is. Joanna's not known to sell pay-per-views, but I think this is the perfect mixture of Russians and Polish people. And we're going to get some big, big numbers for UFC 223. We'll find out next Saturday.
Nobody's jealous, kid. Nobody's jealous. I can give a fuck who likes me or don't like me.
Why are you talking about business?
I work hard. I work a lot harder than you, and I don't need anybody to hold my hand.
Of course, you have to work hard.
American worker. That's what I
you know why I work hard? Because you scared about 25 minutes with a crazy guy inside the octagon. Because I have
understand you, dog. You're starting to jump in your words.
I have crazy power impression. Like
crazy. Words, son. I can't wait. I'm going to write poetic justice on your face.
Write poetic justice on your face.
Question for Khabib. Khabib, I'll ask you the same question I asked Tony. Is there any doubt?
But what I'm saying there, WMMA scene, when he's on a card, people watch, people pay. Think about the cards he's been on, right? If we go to Khabib, what was it? The freaking 205? Was it UFC 205? I mean, that was a huge money card. One of the biggest selling cards, right? The Michael Johnson one. Yeah, UFC 205. This fight over here, not so much, right? UFC 219, I'll give you on this one. But Cyborg has never been a big fucking seller, so I'll give you that one over there. But this fight, this card over here, putting him on this thing was fantastic. I mean, listen, he's got the Russian audience, right? And this is what I'm trying to say. These Russians will show up. They will show up. Russia's fucking huge. This is going to be a big fucking card. Trust me on this one. You have Khabib about to get the strap or maybe not get the strap. If Khabib loses, he has a blemished record. If Khabib wins, he goes 26-0 and has a belt. There's a lot of juice over here. Big fight for Khabib, and I think big numbers for UFC 223. You're listening to the media press conference call, media, whatever you want to fucking call this thing. And it happened earlier today. We're doing a live reaction.
In your mind that the winner of this fight is the best lightweight in the world. Do you believe that as well?
Yes, I believe. You know, I think everybody believes this.
That's right. Tell him I'm the fucking champ.
No, you interim champ. Be humble, bro. You interim champ. Be humble, boy. You interim champ. You're not official champ.
You already called him boy. That sounds like that's such a play out of the Daniel Cormier trash talk book. Be humble, boy. Like that sounds like a Daniel Cormier. That he definitely stole that from the Daniel Cormier bag of tricks over there. I like how he's saying it's an interim belt. It's not a real belt. And I like how he's laughing at Tony in this one. Interesting move. Interesting play by Khabib.
Man, I'm full of humility. You have no idea. Much more.
No. You interim, yeah. You still.
At the end of the day, you got to have everybody powder your ass with baby powder and fucking comb your own hair. So, you know what? Don't trip.
No, you interim, bro. You have fake belts. Tony, you have fake belt?
Yeah, you have a fake belt.
Sell this and make some money.
You got the fake belts, but everybody handing to you. All those belts that you got and people floating your boat and all this Reebok sponsorships, that's the shit I don't give a fuck about. That's the one thing that you got me wrong.
Now you talk about Reebok, eh? Because these guys don't give you contract, now you're jealous too?
No, because I got my own shit, dude. I never wanted anybody else's stuff. I always wanted my own.
I can ask Reebok to give you a contract if you want.
No, go ahead.
I can have Reebok give you a contract if you want.
Wonderful.
Oh, man, Tony, you're falling. You're falling.
On game day, just like my suit.
It's okay. It's very good.
Like everybody else jocks my style with the suit and the sunshades.
Everyone jocks your style, Tony? Come on, man. Come on, man. The Conor McGregor playbook? Please.
Tony, Reebok is, hey, they make very good shoes now. I can order for you.
Speak up.
Which size you have?
Speak up. Speak up. I can't hear you. Everything you're saying is
No,
bullshit.
what size you have? Please let me know. Like 9, 10. I can order for you.
He's going to wear Reebok. Fucking Khabib. Oh, my God.
I'll get a hold of your ass.
Hey, they have
My hands are the same size as Brock Lesnar.
Shoes.
Think about that.
Very good, brother. Light. You know, white.
No light. That's Brock. You tell him the same thing.
They can make you.
It's a good question there. Mac V wants to know, I wonder what will happen when the Reebok deal ends. It's coming to a close. I think at the end of this year, the Reebok deal is done, if I'm not mistaken. Interesting. Will they go back to sponsorships? It's a good question.
Hey, they can make you.
I think they're going to have either Reebok re-up or have another company swoop in and do the deal. I have a feeling. It's not great for the fighters. The fighters want to have them patches on their shorts, but it seems like this works better for the UFC.
They can make you shoes like put like interim lightweight champ, Tony Ferguson. You want this?
I can't even hear you. I'm
make shoes the interim lightweight champion, Tony Ferguson, says Khabib. They can make a special shoe for him. That'd be nice.
Working out right now.
You're working out. You're on the phone. What are you talking about?
I'm doing work while you're sitting there stuffing your face, kid.
Tony comes back with your stuff in your face.
You'll show up. Like I told you last time.
What you do? You clean some house? Hey, you clean some house or what you do?
Oh, shots fired. Boat. Khabib says, what are you doing, cleaning some house? Now, what the fuck? We've just got incredibly racist here. Is Khabib just said because Tony Ferguson is Mexican, he's cleaning a house? Khabib, that's incredibly racist over there. How dare you? How dare you talk
that? Super chat.
That super chat coming in hot.
I can ask Reebok to give you contract. Hilarious.
VK Rhoda, thanks for the wonderful, wonderful super chat.
Wonderful.
You guys want to interrupt the show? Well, that's how you do it. BK, thank you, man. Fucking Khabib has been killing it. He's been killing it, man. He overachieved in this media call. Tony, I thought would bring a little more fire. We're only 25 minutes in. We're actually halfway through, it looks like, the media call right now, and I'm still giving the edge to Khabib. Who knows? Maybe Tony will come back.
Yeah, like a Mexican beaner, dude. That's what I am. You know what? I've been called every fucking name in the book, and everything that you say to me with big ears and losing my hair, I don't give two fucks, man. I'm coming after you harder than the cocoon. That's
stupid guy.
I can't wait to
hey, they have Lara in the UFC. No, Reebok very good.
Only Khabib could get away with that shit, right? You clean house, you Mexican, you clean house.
Sure. Hey,
I'm in a good place right now, and you're putting me better.
Reebok,
every time you open your mouth. Every time
no. Reebok make very good.
Think about you every time.
I love it. Reebok make very good shoe until they stop paying me. Then they shoe not so much.
That bag.
Like for workout, like wide.
You call yourself.
I'm with you, Sean. I like Adidas as well. Let me know in the chat what you guys wear. What do you prefer on your feet? I like Adidas. I'm with Shawnee boy.
You ain't got no wings. You fucking wrestle bear cubs.
You don't got wings. You wrestle bear cubs. There you go. Tony going in. He finally threw out the bear comment. You wrestle bear cubs.
Hey, you don't like Reebok? I don't understand this. Why are you talking about Reebok? I don't understand. You don't like this?
Where you at, Khabib?
I'm here.
What are you doing right now?
I hear you. Hey, you know what happened? I hear you, but I didn't understand what you're talking about.
Fat head.
He's talking about English.
I tell you what, it sounds like Tony's getting a little triggered. Or maybe he's just getting out of breath from running on the treadmill, but it sounds like he's getting a little upset. We got Puma, we got Jordans. Wow, Mac V, you're rocking them Jordans. New Balances, filthy animal. Hangle Honky says Darth Bane. I wear the 5-finger shoes. Vigo, you wear those 5-finger shoes. Cross Truckers, JBH Mexican side is cool. The white side can get hit by a car, though. That's nice, Jay.
Wonderful.
It's really nice of you to say that. Almond Brothers says Vans. There we go, Vans. I used to rock Vans back in the day. I used to hit up them Vans. Keep liking this video, share this video, and if you're not subscribed, subscribe to the MMA-Holes. We are listening to the UFC 223 media call, which happened today. We're doing a live reaction, and in 4 minutes, I'm going to open up the phone lines where you can call in as well and give me your opinion on this call. Who do you think is going to win the fight, and blah, 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 blah.
Hey, English or Spanish? I understand Spanish, I understand English, please.
Yeah?
Please.
¿Por qué no te dé de una putiza, güey?
What? Wait, hold on a second. This is what I want you to do. I want you to translate this in the chat. For all my Latinos in the chat, I need you to translate. I need you to say translate and say what Tony Ferguson said. Here we go.
Please.
Tienes suerte porque no te dé de una putiza, güey.
Okay, what the fuck did he say? Hold on a second. We're going to do that again. We're going to do it one more time. All right?
Like this?
Where you at, Khabib?
Oh, hold on. What's your
I'm
fault?
here.
Such a douche.
And we're going to go to our...
Fuck me. Anyway, someone translate that for fuck's sake.
Please.
Tienes suerte porque no te dé de una putiza, güey.
I mean, if anyone... I need a translator. Someone translate. Someone in the chat translate right now. What did Tony Ferguson say? What did Tony Ferguson say?
What did Tony Ferguson say? Someone translate him right now in the chat because I have no fucking idea. I'm too white to understand. Where are my Latinos at? Translate Tony Ferguson right now.
Wonderful, wonderful.
He said, Walmart shoes are the best, says Steve Johnson. Jesus Christ. He said, get the Getafo Fresa, says Steve Johnson. He's naming off the menu of bullet burritos. Tony's admitting in Spanish that he has no chance against Khabib, says Wheezing. At the MMA-Holes, you are a pig. I am giving you a beating. Oh, my God. All right. All right. Any translations here? Any translations? If you want me to play it again, I'll say it again. He said, Sean McKenzie is the most swole MMA hole on earth. Well, that is wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
He said, build the wall, says the A side. We're trying to figure out what Tony Ferguson said there. We need a translator. I'll play it again.
I hear you, but I didn't understand what you're talking about.
Fat head.
He's talking about English.
Fat head.
English or Spanish. I understand Spanish. I understand English. Please.
Tienes suerte porque no te dé de una putiza, güey.
What the fuck did he say? Does anyone know in the chat? America needs more Somalians, says Vigo. Someone stabbed me, says Steve Johnston, and his wife and son. His pulse reloaded. Okay, there we go. He makes no sense. He's not really Mexican, fake Mexican. His Spanish is cringe, says Jose. So Jose is calling him out. He said he will ring you like a Taco Bell. Okay, let's see what we got here. MMA-Holes, I just gave you a translation, Chris. So Law gave me a translation. Hold on, I'm going to go back into the chat and see what Law said. You are a pig. Oh, okay, here we go. So Law of Attraction says, at the MMA-Holes, it's you are a pig. I am giving you a beating. So there we go. There's a translation. There we go. Law of Attraction. Yes. Wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful.
There we go. You are a pig. Where'd it go? I lost it. And I'll give you a beating or something like that. Thank you, Law of Attraction. I do appreciate the translation. Thanks to the MMA-Holes.
Crazy guy. Buen trabajo. Buen trabajo.
¿Entiendes?
Gracias, interim champ. Gracias.
And we're going to go to our next question.
Gracias, interim champ. I'm loving this. I'm fucking loving this. It's like McDonald's right now. I'm loving it.
From Keith Schillen with the MMA Takeover.
Thanks for having me on. I want to bring the girls in for a second. I should say the women in. My question.
Why do you call me women? I am your Anna. I am not women. I am UFC. I used a former UFC champion. I just got Asian for a second there. Yeah, Joanna's on this card too. Check it out. Joanna versus Rose. They are on this call as well. We haven't heard much from them, so let's hear a question going to the young ladies. Joanna has lost her belt to Rose Namajunas, and now she's trying to get it back. Will Rose and still, or Joanna and new?
Well, Rose. Rose, in the last fight, you kind of came into the fight with nothing to lose. You were a big underdog. Obviously, you won. Is it any different now coming in because you have the belt to lose?
No. You know, obviously it's a different fight, so there's always...
Rose calling in from, I don't know, what, a fucking paper cup with a string? She's like 7 miles away.
You know, different scenarios, but I'm always going to be me. You know, my roots aren't going to change. I might grow and become a better person.
I'm growing right now, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I'm growing.
FAP.
Yeah, I'm growing. All right. Oh, yeah.
FAP.
Okay.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Stop that.
Each day, but I'm still going into it with the same mindset of, you know, I'm just here to see who's the best.
Okay. To Joanna, my question to you is, Rose, obviously, she gave you an automatic rematch. If you win this fight, will you return the favor and give her an automatic rematch?
Of course, she's the champion, and she could do whatever she wanted to do, but it was not up to her. After the fight, right after the fight, Dana said that she will get me back and that I will get the rematch. And I love Dana as a human being. He's my boss, and it's a pleasure for me to fight for the UFC. And I don't care what people are going to say, but the thing is, he keeps his word. He kept his word, and he always keeps his word. So this is what I like about him, about the UFC. And they knew, they heard how hard was my weight cut and how this weight cut impact my performance.
Wow, so she's blaming it on the weight cut, and that's why she's cutting so much weight. We went to her Instagram over here. Check out Joanna's Instagram. Let's go to JJ. Joanna, where are you? Done J-check. Here we go. That name is something else. But here is, so speaking of her weight cut, check this out. I mean, she looks fucking super trim. She's coming in super light for this one. She said she had a bad weight cut. That's what she's blaming it on. I don't know. I think she took Rose for granted in this one. So now she's ready to rock. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Her head looks completely tremendous. But she's really trim this time around. You don't like when they blame it on something here, but that is what Joanna is. I'm a Joanna fan, but...
That night, and they know who is the best strawweight in the world, and I will prove that on April 7th. But of course, I'm very happy that I will face Rose, and I think that I could not stand someone like fighting for the belt before me, because this belt belongs to me, and I put on such a great camp to prove that to all of you guys.
Hold on a second. Rocco says, kill it with fire.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Bonnie, you were on this long winning streak. You were undefeated before the last fight. Did you look past Rose at all?
That's a good question right there. And honestly, I think she did. I really do believe she did. Good question. Let's see what Joanna says.
Say again?
Say again? Say it again?
Did you look past her? Did you underestimate her at all in the first fight?
No, I put her on great camp. I never do that. I would not become a UFC champion. I would not defend my title for 5 times if I was not respectful for my opponent. And I took her very, very serious, and she was my big challenge last time. But like I said, the weight cut impact my body. I don't care if people are going to say that it was my excuse, but I know, only me and my team, we all know what happened that night and how I felt in the octagon. But the thing is, I went through this 14 hours weight cut. I walked through the octagon.
Who's like, someone's cooking in the background, it sounds like. As I hear pots and pans. The fuck's going on in the background? Is Tony done with his cardio and now he's cooking? What's going on?
Guys, I don't feel well. I want to go to the hospital. I believe that they could.
Sean McKenzie says, yes, JJ did look past Rose. She was enjoying her time on Letterman and all the TV shows, to Sean McKenzie.
Stop the fight. But I wanted to do that for the UFC, for the fans, and for myself. But, I feel better. My weight is super low. Today, I checked my weight, and it was 122.5. Like I said right after the fight at the press conference.
The audio is so bad, it's killing me.
Going to take care of everything, and that I was going to keep eye on everything, and this is what's happening. I'm going to show up in the best shape ever.
All right, so she's blaming it on the weight. She's saying she's going to show up in the best shape ever, and you're going to see her get her belt back. She's I don't know. I'm not sure. Is she humbled? Is she not humbled? I don't know. I mean, we're not seeing the same old boogie woman who comes in on the attack. It's a different Joanna. So let me know in the chat what you guys think. Is Joanna humbled or is she not humbled? Yes or no? WMMA coming in with that fucking fire super chat over there. Drop it in the $5 donation. And here he goes, making Conor fly across the MMA-Holes right now.
Super chat.
One thing that is never brought is Joanna's coach Mike Brown wasn't backstage warming her up because he was coaching a fighter in the previous fight.
Look at that. WMMA. Now, I was at UFC 217, and I didn't know that. Mike Brown was actually, fun fact, was on the MMA-Holes Go back to Premier FC 24, the playlist over there. You can see Mike Brown on the show. Great guy, a great coach. And I didn't know that. I didn't know that he wasn't there. Maybe that's the reason. Do you guys think that that was the reason why Joanna didn't win? I mean, there could be a lot of reasons. I tell you what, I don't want to take any credit away from Rose. Rose did a fantastic job. I was rooting for Joanna. I'm a Joanna fan. And maybe people don't like her trash talk and her brash personality. But I, for some reason, feel that Joanna is going to get the rematch. I think she's going to get the win on this one. I thought she was going to win last time, but I'm feeling strong about this. Joanna is going to be ready to go. She's a badass, and I feel like she's going to be ready. Sean McKenzie jumping into Super Chat.
If Pates loses, I think he gets cut from the UFC.
Fuck. I mean, thank you, Sean, for the donation. I appreciate it. And that's right. Pettis is on this card. Former champion over here. And, man, he's taking a little bit of a slide. Fighting Michael Chiesa. Very, very tough fight over here. Interesting. Look at Anthony Pettis' record. He is on this card. This is a big, big fight for him. Going against a Michael Chiesa. A tough, tough, tough opponent. And look at this. Sean McKenzie saying getting cut. He has this one win over here against Jim Miller. It was a fun fight, but Dustin Poirier fight was banging. Fighter of the night over there. Great fight. Has a loss to Max Holloway. And then he has the win over here, Charles Oliveira, which is impressive. Oliveira's he's a badass, and he submitted him over there. 3-fight losing streak over here after he won the belt. So out of his last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fights,
You're gonna wrap
he's
one
only
on
won
one
2.
shoulder,
Only
you're
2
gonna wrap
fights.
the other on the other shoulder, and you're gonna need a fucking army to come take them belts off me.
Vlad!
Fun fact, Tony Hinchcliffe identifies as a woman to fight in the UFC. Look into IT.
Oh, my God. Tony Hinchcliffe identifies as a woman to fight in the UFC. Look into it. All right, so Tony Hinchcliffe. All right, what the fuck? Who is Tony Hinchcliffe? Let's see. Tony. Who the fuck? All right, Tony Hinchcliffe. This is Tony Hinchcliffe's wife. All right, Tony Hinchcliffe. Thank you, Vlad, for the donation. I don't even know who is Tony Hinchcliffe? This guy? Who is this guy? Is this the guy you're talking about? I honestly have no idea who the fuck this guy is. Who the fuck is Tony Hinchcliffe?
Who the fuck is that guy?
I honestly don't even know. He was on JRE apparently. Is this guy? I'm assuming he's a. Oh, he's a comedian. All right. Okay. There you go. Tony Hinchcliffe. All right. Thank you, Vlad. And husband of JJ. Oh, is he the husband of Joanna? Wait, hold on a second. He's a comedian and husband of Joanna, or boyfriend of Joanna. All right. Joe Rogan's buddy. He's got a wicked lisp. This guy's, he looks like Joanna, actually. He actually looks like Joanna Jędrzejczyk. I have no idea who the fuck this guy is. He's a stand-up comedian. The Golden Pony. All right. Anyway, let's get back to the call. Thank you, Vlad, for the wonderful, wonderful donation. I appreciate it.
Thank you. I'm going to throw a quick question to Khabib and Tony. Khabib, obviously the big story is you being undefeated. You feeling extra pressure, the fact that you are undefeated, try to keep that perfect record?
When I go to the cage, I didn't think about, I am undefeated. I think about, with a man, when you man...
the audio is horrific.
Don't lose, when you go today with some man, 1-on-1, of course you don't lose, and you don't want to lose.
Everyone's confirming that that's not JJ's boyfriend. I've seen JJ's boyfriend before. I don't fucking know who the fuck JJ's boyfriend is. Fucking Chris looked into it. Yeah, I did. I did, Vlad. Look at that. You fooled me. You fooled me.
Because, if we talk about this fight
Tune in live to the MMA-Holes where you fool the host and make them look and Google pictures of comedians that are
very big. A lot of people waiting for this long time. It's very big fight in UFC. Fight for the title. Fight for the real title.
He looks like weight cut Joanna, says Brian Blaze.
And I don't want to lose. Of course, everybody nervous. Everybody nervous when they going to the cage because a lot of things on the line.
You talking?
But I stay focused all the time, and I stay.
I don't know what Khabib did, but he sounds so far away. The clicking is ridiculous. This is insane. This media call is going to shit right now, and you can't really even hear what Khabib is saying.
To my coaches, follow my game plan. Something like this.
Okay, now to Tony. Obviously, like I just said, one of the big stories is Khabib being undefeated. There's a controversial win that Khabib has that a lot of people believe he lost. A lot of people believe he lost the Gleason-Tebow fight. Have you seen that fight, or do you think he won it?
Have I seen that fight? I'm the one that's been telling everybody that he lost that fight.
Yeah, this is a controversial one over here. Let's see what they say.
You know, think about it. I was 1 for 1 for takedowns, and he was 0 for 25. You guys all forget that I'm a 3-time All-State. I'm a state champ. I'm a 2-time All-American. I'm a national champ. I forgot about wrestling because I wanted to be a black belt in jiu-jitsu. I learned how to pull guard. But when I broke my arm, I had to learn how to do Muay Thai. But before all of that, I loved boxing. I've been hitting the speed bag since I was 16 years old. I hit the bag better than Canelo and a lot of other people. And
Whoa, he's saying he hits the bag better than Canelo. Uh-oh, going after his other Mexican brother over there, my son. I don't know about that.
Harder than all.
Do you guys think he hits the bag better than Canelo?
I don't need that gratitude, and I don't need anybody to hold my hand to do anything I need to do. I'm taught. I got good drills. I trust the process, and I enjoy everything that I do. And I get underneath this guy's skin, and that's my best attribute that I can do.
Hey, who asked this question?
Khabib's going after the question answer. Ask her.
Don't worry about it. They like me better than him.
Hey, shut up, Tony. Who asked this question?
Hey, yad up, Tony. Yad up, Tony.
I need to know.
Yeah, it's Keith Shillett. I'm with the MMA Takeover.
Okay, like you watched this fight when I fight Tebow?
Yeah, I seen the fight. It was a great fight.
You almost cried in that fight.
You almost cried.
Please calm down, Tony.
No, nobody calming down. You almost cried like that one time you lost in combo.
Hey, okay, what do you think? Who wins this fight?
Okay.
If I scored the fight for Gleason-Tebow.
Oh, whoa! I scored the fight for Tebow. Interesting. Let's see what Khabib says.
How you give him, like, all judges give me 30-27, unanimous.
Yeah, don't leave it to the judges. That's what we do, and I learned that in the house. Trust me.
It's Tony's side. I understand now. Okay, thank you.
That's right.
And Tony, one more last question for you. Obviously, the last time Khabib didn't make weight, they were talking about having Michael Johnson fight you. Are you prepared for anything else if there's something happens and they want to offer you another opponent? Is that even an option?
Absolutely.
Rocco is saying Tony's getting ragdolled by Khabib.
Give me McNuggets. I'll chop that bitch in half. He likes.
All right, so if Khabib can't make weight, Tony Ferguson says, "Give me McNuggets." Says, "Give me Conor." That's what he wants. He wants to beat up Conor McGregor.
Chicken sandwiches now, and I gave him that volley for McDonald's. I'm surprised that he didn't use that towards his bartering thing. But straight up, man.
Why is the audio so horrific?
I don't give a shit who they put in front of me. I'm a champion. I fight like a champion with or without that belt.
Okay. You don't give a shit. Okay, last time. Hey, why you lie? No. Listen to me. Why you lie? When UFC asked me, okay, when I pulled out last time, UFC asked me about Michael Johnson. What happened?
He wanted to fight
what
a
happened?
different opponent. Why are you yelling?
No. Why?
We're having a good conversation.
Because you lie.
You have to yell. It's okay.
No, wow, okay.
All right, sounds like Tony got under Khabib's skin.
I would be upset too if I
No.
didn't show up.
Okay, why Dana go crazy with you? Why? Because he asked you about...
Why? Because what? You're
on the way.
Why are you getting loud?
He's waiting 155.
I'm in your head.
Okay, what?
I'm in your head like I was the last fight. And make sure you show up, huh? Okay?
No. Why? What? No, because you lie now. Because you lie.
Make sure they wrap you up a bubble tape.
Call him fathead.
Why Dana go crazy with you?
Dana.
Because you didn't take fight with Michael Johnson. Now you talk about, I'm going to take fight with
big
Conor.
muscle sinks. Fat, seriously, fathead. You got big muscle. You've been doing CrossFit.
Yeah, I know, Jose. I don't know why the fuck. This is on the UFC's. This is insane. This is actually on the UFC's YouTube channel. They literally, the UFC is massive, right? It's worth, what, 4 billion? I mean, what the fuck? What is going on? You can't put together something where it's listenable, where the audio is not clicking every 5 fucking seconds over here. This is what you give us? Now, I actually want to hear what these people are saying, and all you hear is click, click, click. It's ridiculous. You should be ashamed of yourself.
That's more
UFC.
We talk about you.
I'm lean, I'm flexible, and I'm coming after your ass hard in the completely left.
When I'm pull out, Michael Johnson say, hey, I'm going to fight with him. And UFC asked you, hey,
Yeah,
let's
because
go.
he wanted to
You
fight
said
at 170. I'm like, dude, I'm making 155.
No,
First
he
off,
asked
you're gonna cut
155. He's not big guy. Hey, will you fight
and you bought
145?
about $250,000.
No, you're right now.
$250,000. No, straight up.
You shut up, Steve Johnson. You shut up.
Because
you want me to take a fight for less than that? I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so.
But
I might be Mexican, but I ain't no bitch.
No, listen. If somebody don't make weight and one day before
I
fight,
you're a KG.
Trisket says Habib uses Cricket Wireless. That's why. So there you go.
You don't have to worry about shit.
Okay,
Wait,
okay. Can I finish? Hey, can I finish?
No, you ain't finished.
Okay,
Wait, I finish
if I didn't, if my opponent,
no, you talk when I give you a chance to talk. Straight up. You talk when I tell you.
Why
to
you
talk.
nervous?
You talk when I tell you to talk, says Tony.
You nervous about I talk?
You're done, son.
You know why?
Wait,
because you nervous about I talk true. You know, I say true. No, listen. Be honest. If you ask me about
Did Tony Ferguson just jump on a horse and gallop away? Hold on a second. Let's go back. Hold on a second. I think he just galloped away on a horse. Listen.
You're done, son.
You know why? Because you nervous about I talk true. You know, I say true. No, listen. Be honest.
No, he's on a horse. Tony Ferguson's like, I'll see you later. Gallop, gallop, gallop. Hold on a second. Let's play it one more time. I think Tony Ferguson's on a horse. I'm pretty sure.
For less than that? I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so.
But
I might be Mexican, but I ain't no bitch.
No. Listen. If somebody don't make weight,
get ready. He's gonna gallop away.
You're silver spoon fed. You don't have to worry about shit.
Okay.
Wait.
Okay. Can I finish?
He threw on a sombrero and rode off into the sunset.
Finish? Hey. Can I finish?
No, you ain't finished.
Okay. If my opponent,
no, you talk when I give you a chance to talk. Straight up. You talk when I tell you.
Why you nervous? You nervous about I talk?
You're done, son.
You know why? Because you
get ready.
About
Here
I
comes
talk,
the horse.
I talk true. You know, I say true. No, listen. Be honest. If you ask me about
there he goes.
So your opponent don't make weight. Tomorrow you have fight, but with different opponent. I'm gonna say no. I have time. I have to preparing for this. I didn't take this fight.
Who would have thought he would have showed up with a horse?
Bullshit.
No.
Listen,
Listen, can I finish? Can I
you're a
finish?
piece of shit.
Now,
your manager talks a lot of shit for you, and you know what? I don't give two fucks. Straight up.
No,
you
I
can
don't
say whatever
talk
you want.
shit.
Your fans can pollute my page,
listen.
whatever they want, but they can't shut me down.
No. Tony, I'm gonna finish. And now you talk about.
You're
I'm
on
gonna
mute. I
take
can't hear
fight.
you.
If I didn't
Everything
make weight,
you say goes to one ear and out the other, dude. I can't hear anything you fucking say. I don't understand you. You're mumbling.
No. I'm gonna explain to you. It's okay. My English better than your Spanish, bro. It's okay.
I can't hear you.
Don't worry. Yeah.
My English is better than your Spanish.
Okay.
No. Listen. Can I finish? I wanna say something.
Hey. You ain't gonna finish shit, dude. You'll finish when I tell you can finish it.
Bullshit guy. Hey, listen. If
no,
you
listen. You listen. This is Tony.
You talk about I'm gonna take fight with. Okay, why you don't take a fight with Michael Johnson? Why?
All right, why didn't you not take the fight with Michael Johnson? It's a good question over here. Yusuf 1994116 jumping in says Tony is a liar. He was not sure of beating Johnson, and he gets out of the conversation in the division. Tony, you got your revenge and turn it down.
Super
Speaking of toning it down, holy shit, WMMA.
Khabib and Tony both love the sound of their own voices too much.
They really do. It's ridiculous. This conference call is 37 minutes in of a 57-minute conference call. There's another 20 minutes, and we barely heard from Joanna and Rose. There is a co-main event that's there too as well, and they're just kind of chilling, just eating their popcorn, listening to Khabib and Tony Ferguson. I'm going to open up those phone lines. Thank you, WMMA. If you ever want to donate and interrupt the show, that's how you do it. It's the super chat down below in the chat room, and we have some songs. If you want to come on Ronda Rousey, this is the only place where you can do it. Thank you for the likes. Let's get this shit to 100 likes. Share the shit out of it. Are we going to get to 8,060 subscribers? Find out live on the MMA-Holes. We're going to go back to the UFC 223 media call, and I'm going to open up the phone lines at 516-522-0267. If you want to call in, now's the time to do it. We have 100 people watching. Welcome to the show, the MMA-Holes. 516-522-0267.
Because a pay cut? You think I'm going to take a pay cut? Come on, dog.
No. But stay true. Stay true.
If he would offer me the same money, I would have said,
all right. I'm not going to take fight. Hey, don't lie with guys because, hey, a lot of people listen to you. Be honest. Be honest, you know.
I ain't taking no pay cut. Like I said, I ain't no bitch.
What are you talking about?
You put that money on the table, I'm going to fight.
Hey, we know. We're all professional.
I've been at 200K. What happened to that? I told you to donate that. Did you donate it? I don't think so. Fucking fathead.
Fathead.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Hey, but don't lie with people. Hey, be honest, man.
Don't lie, be honest. So Khabib is calling him out, calling him a liar. That's Tony Ferguson. Is Tony a liar?
You family man, you know, you father, you know, now you lie. You don't do it, Tony.
You are live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name and what's on your mind? Thank you. 516-522-0267.
Don't slip. I can't hear you. I'm fucking busy training right now. So next question. This guy fucking here.
Why you don't like this question? Hey, I have a question.
Well,
no,
the question that said that,
you.
why do you think that you lost to T-Bone? Absolutely. You lost to T-Bone.
No. I have a question.
Hey,
everybody has mine.
Point for question, dude. You were 0 for 25. You're going to be 0 for 0 because I'm going to be...
You're 0 for 25. You're going to be 0 for 0. Jesus Christ, Tony, what is going on? What does that even mean?
On your fucking legs, you're fucking better than a panther, dude. I'm going to be taking you down like a gazelle. You're a gazelle, kid.
I'm going to take you down like a gazelle. All right. Uh-oh. Jose. What's up, Jose? What's going on?
Chris, what the hell is happening? God damn, this call is cringy. How the fuck, like you said, the UFC that sold for like $1 zillion, billion, trillion gonna have some fucking trash content of this poor quality? It makes your fucking show look like Steven Spielberg produced it.
Yeah, I don't know. They do it every single media conference call. Every single time they do it, they can never get it right. I don't understand. I mean, with technology now, Skype and Hangouts and all these ways of getting a hold of people, you can just say, hey, listen, sit down, go into your back room or something like that. Go into a quiet room, take a call for like 30 minutes and call it a day. Instead, we have 57 minutes of a conference call that you can barely listen to because the audio is horrific.
Jesus fucking Christ, man. And then, man, Tony, I'm sorry. That motherfucker ain't Mexican, bro. I checked his fucking background. He's an imposter. Don't fall for the okie doke, you guys. That's a fake-ass motherfucker right there. His Spanish is way worse than Khabib's English. He is super fucking cringy. I don't know. That dude's just a weird dude. He's lucky that he can fight. Because if he couldn't fight, he would literally have, like, no talent in life. I'm sorry, but I can't stand the guy. I think he's going to get shut down by the fucking Eagle. He's trash. What do you think?
Man, all right. Well, I'll tell you what I think. Thanks for the call, Jose. I don't know, man. I want Khabib to win the fight, but I do feel that Tony Ferguson has the goods to actually not even beat Khabib. I think he could finish him. I think Tony Ferguson is the real deal. He's on quite the run. If you look at his run over here, I mean, this guy is very, very dangerous. He's got a very impressive win streak. In fact, he's got more wins in a row than Khabib in the UFC, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's got 10 wins in a row in the UFC, and Khabib is going on a 9-win fight win streak. But look, I mean, I don't know, man. And his opponents are fucking, they're dangerous. Very, very dangerous over here. I like Tony Ferguson in this fight as an underdog, if you're going to pick. Now, listen, if Khabib wins, I'm not going to be like, oh, my God, I'm so shocked. He's 25-0, for God's sakes. But look at the odds over here, and you got to bet plus 205 for Tony Ferguson. Why not take the bet? I'm going Tony Ferguson for the win. That's what I'm saying over there. Thank you for the call. You're listening to the UFC media call right here, the 223 media call, and we are doing a live review.
Okay, listen.
Reaction, not review. Or review. Whatever you want. Fucking cool. Who cares?
Wonderful, wonderful.
If you're not subscribed to the MMA-Holes, what are you waiting for? 8,059 subscribers. We are on quest for 9,000 subscribers. But at 8,100 subscribers, we're going to let the Dragons loose. That's right. We're going to let the goddamn Dragons loose. You don't even sound confident, Chris. Just switch your pick already. I never switch picks. Listen, the easy pick is Khabib in the fight. Right? The easy pick is Khabib. The guy's 25-0. And look at what he did to Barboza. I have been saying this from the beginning. I just feel that Tony Ferguson has the goods to do it. Chris is eating his words as he makes that prediction, says Darth Bane. I tell you what, it's not a crazy prediction. He's on a fucking 10-fight win streak. Yes, he is on a 10 fucking fight win streak, for God's sakes. A 10 fight. How are people counting Tony Ferguson out? It's unbelievable. Let's get back to the shitty conference call.
What about why Dana go crazy with you? Why?
I can't even hear you.
Why Dana go crazy?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Tony,
Dude, all you do is mumble.
Question, please. Let's go to the next question.
We got another call over here. You are live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name and where you from?
Listen, I think everyone is a bit. I think everyone has a big misunderstanding about Tony. So let me explain this. You see, Tony is an orphan, and his father abandoned him when he was young, because there is no Mexican on this planet Earth with the last name of Ferguson except for him, at least that I know of. But you have to understand, Tony is a side baby. And because of that, he's not very educated, and he's not very socially on par with most people. So when he talks, he sounds like a complete retard. And when you're bounced from group home to group home and no one loves you, oftentimes that's what's going to happen when society throws you away. You just don't learn how to talk to people. So Tony is a piece of shit. It's a good thing he knows how to fight, because he certainly doesn't know how to do anything else.
Jay, you couldn't have said it better there. Thanks for the call. Jay Smooth saying he's a piece of shit. I agree. Now, I'm going to get lynched because I have family members that love him, and I love my family members. I love you guys. I really do. But I do believe, yeah, Trisket, it's nice little odds over there. I do believe that he is a piece of shit, Tony Ferguson. And listen to the cringiness over here with his conference call. I'm not a fan ever since Tough. I don't want to look at a guy from Tough, and he did win the Ultimate Fighter, and that was impressive. I don't want to judge a guy from that. I don't like to do that. But I just don't like him, man. There's something about him. He just comes across as a schmuck. He sounds like an idiot in the media call. But I am picking him in the fight because he's a fantastic fighter. He's a fantastic fighter, and that's why I'm going for Tony Ferguson for the win. Let's get down with this media call. There is a couple, it's about 10 minutes left in this thing. So let's listen.
And pardon the interruption, gentlemen. We're going to go to our next question. Robert Klein with MMA Fight Radio. Please go ahead.
And they have to be high for this fight.
Hey, guys, quick question for you guys. Each one of you, I'll start with you, Tony. Obviously, there's been a lot of talk about this fight and taking deep waters and knockouts and taking legs and gazelles and all those things. How do you see this fight ending, Tony?
How do I see him ending?
Yeah, how do you see this fight ending for you?
So hard. I'm going to hit this dude so hard. Actually, before I'm going to cut him, I'm going to make him see red. He's never been cut in his whole entire life. He's never been.
It's interesting. It's a good point by Tony over there. Habib, you've never seen him bleed.
Cut in his whole entire life, and every single one of my opponents, if they piss me off, if they step over my fern when I lay it down like in rugby, and they disrespect me, like he has in his whole everybody else in his fan base, he's gonna get cut. You can ask Josh Thompson about that, Khabib.
Okay, Khabib, same question for you. How do you see this fight ending?
I'm going to smash his face.
I'm going to smash his face. That's it.
I'm going to give him very good shot. Left hook. And
you ain't gonna do shit. You're gonna try to take me down.
And I'm going to choke him.
Yo, with the rear naked choke, that's what he's thinking. I got something planned for your ass.
I'm going to give him.
I got something for your ass.
Dark choke. Dark choke.
Dark choke.
Okay, thanks, guys.
Once again, that's *1 for questions. We'll go to Harry Kettle with Sportskeeda MMA.
Eva says Russians don't bleed.
My first
it's a
question
fact.
is for Khabib. Khabib, despite all of the trash talk, do you still look at Tony Ferguson as the opponent you've respected the most throughout your career due to his abilities?
Oh, cheerio. There we go. All right. There you go. Shout out to UK.
To be honest, I didn't understand. Say one more time, please.
All right.
So, do you respect Tony more than anyone else you've ever fought because of how good he is and how much of a run he's been on?
Yes, of course. He's a very tough guy. I think he's a good fighter, very good fighter. 10 win streak, you know. But UFC don't give him respect because of Tony, because of Conor. Conor still real champ now, but he interim champ. I know, understand he go upset about this, but it's okay, Tony. And I think he's he's a great fighter. You know, like about personality, I don't understand this guy. He look like stupid. You know, like to be
He looked like stupid. You know, people are gonna be soundbiting that. He looked like stupid.
To be honest, I talk about honest. You know, like fighter, of course, I'm not underestimating him. He's a very good fighter. I respect him like fighter. You know, like he have very good skills, and I'm preparing for. You know, like when I'm preparing, I think about it's gonna be hardest fight in my life. This is what I'm thinking.
And one quick question for Tony. Tony, you've come a long way since The Ultimate Fighter, and over the course of the last 7 years since the show, what is it about your game that's improved the most in order for you to get to this next level?
I had to learn to grow. I had to take away everything that was holding me down, like unnecessary weights, and get rid of that, and not try to fill in the void with bullshit. So growth, allowing room for growth, and allowing myself to be the champ and be the person I can be. I don't need to be called champ. All I have to do is be good to myself inside, and everybody else will see it. Smiles and laughs, bro. That goes a lot further than a fucking cry, like a plague.
I don't know what he's talking about. Like, I find myself staring at the wall and just wondering life. I'm like...
Wonderful, wonderful.
When Tony talks. Yeah.
He's a plague.
Okay. One question for Rose. Rose averaged 2 fights a year since turning professional. Following UFC 223, are you aiming to get in 2 more fights before the end of the year, or is that a decision that you'll make sometime after the fight?
I'm sorry. Can you say that one more time? I didn't understand.
She should be like, I'm sorry, I fell asleep.
So you've averaged 2 fights a year since turning professional. After this fight, are you going to try and get 1 or 2 more in before the end of the year, or is that a decision that you'll make after the fight?
That's right, Rose and Joanna on this call.
I don't know. Yeah, one day at a time, bro.
One day at a time, bro.
Thanks, guys. Best of luck.
That's right.
Thank you. Our next question comes from Jeffrey Harris.
Jeffrey Dahmer. Yeah, Rose is like, please, guys, can we just finish this? I really don't have anything to say. I just want to fight. I just want to beat up a Polish girl.
With 411 Mania.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for
What the fuck is 411 Mania? What the fuck is that?
joining us
Who the hell listen? What 411 Mania? What the fuck is that?
today. I don't know about anyone else listening in, but I feel like I should pay the UFC about $65 just for listening to all this interaction,
Oh my God, this guy, is that Jeffrey Dahmer? Is that Jeffrey Dahmer on the phone?
which has been fantastic. First question for Joanna. Considering your issues with your weight cut for the last fight, did you give any thought to maybe moving up to flyweight and perhaps becoming the first woman in the UFC to win titles in multiple weight classes because of that before you took this rematch with Rose?
It really happens, you know, but I want to get back what belongs to me, and that's it. First of all, I want to get my best back.
Okay. And for Rose,
I don't even know what anyone's saying anymore.
when Joanna says it was the weight cut that affected her performance, do you believe she's telling the truth?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I'm sure that affected her performance.
Yeah. Yeah, see?
Okay.
Thanks for stopping by, girls. Thanks, I appreciate the answers. You guys are wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful,
And next question is for Tony. Khabib, his manager recently spoke to Kevin Iole, and he stated, I guarantee you Khabib will make 4 times as much money as Ferguson. I guarantee you that. You can even ask the boss about that.
Yeah, Khabib is making bank in this fight. I don't know what Tony's making, but Khabib he's definitely making bank.
The whole thing is that he's the draw. He's the guy making the money. Tony Ferguson, no one is buying his pay-per-view. Do you believe Ali...
That's what I said before, too. Khabib is the guy. He's the guy that the UFC is pushing. I mean, I always like to see, you know, the other fighter win, right? But in this case, I want Khabib to win this fight. Even though I'm picking Tony, I do want Khabib to win this fight. I like the circus of Khabib. I like to see him try to defend this belt and make 155. Hopefully he can stay there for a little bit. I would like to see Khabib hold on to the belt and hang out for a little while. But you know the UFC's pushing for this guy. It's very obvious.
Aziz is telling the truth when he says that, and if he is, does that bother you considering you're the champion? And Dana White did say this fight is for the real title, to be the real champion.
Whose question is that for? Is that for me?
Real quick, Mac V jumps in and says, although I'm rooting for Rose, I think JJ will pull in the win. People can trash her all they want, but Joanna is still damn dangerous, is Mac V. Going with Joanna on that one, too. I'm a Boogie Woman fan.
That's for you, Tony.
Say that question again. Can't hear you.
Well, does it bother you that Khabib's manager, he was making 4 times as much money as you for this fight, considering you're the one holding the title, and Dana White says this is a fight for your title and the real championship?
No, man, I don't give a shit what anybody else be making because my first manager, Brock Lesnar's manager, my older brother, told me, you make your money by winning. I don't give a shit, dude.
God, that click is so annoying. It seems like every time Tony talks, we hear the click. Tony and Khabib, I don't know why.
I'm going to have my career and do my shit my way. I never asked for handouts, and I never will, and I won't stop. I don't need a fucking follower. I don't need fake-ass bots to follow me. I don't pay for people to follow me. Khabib might, and his team might. I don't believe in that shit. My fans are my true hardcore. They see me out here working. They see me hustling. They see me doing my thing. And they ain't going to stop me. His manager's the one that made the mistake for fucking taking him to a wrong hospital. Good manager. Fire that motherfucker.
Mm-hmm. Jesus Christ.
All right, and for Khabib, does it bother you that Tony Ferguson keeps talking about the tiramisu thing and he's posting pictures about it?
All right, here we go. We're going to find out if Khabib is bothered by the tiramisu.
On social media, on his social media pages, which your fans are very unhappy about.
I do have the phone lines off. Maybe I should open them back up, JB. Go subscribe to Jessie Bell Hill, who'll be doing the after show. I have the phone lines off. Let me open them back up at 516-522-0267. Sorry, I had them off. I was just trying to, honestly, I'm just trying to get us through this.
It's like very interesting, He kept talking about me because he want to promote himself, and that's it. I'm focused on his face. He focused on my person. I'm focused on his face.
I'm focused on his face or his faith? I'm not quite sure what Khabib is saying.
Because 10 days before fight.
Jose back in on the line. Jose, what's going on?
Chris, hey man, I know you did your little song the other day, and it was, it was entertaining. So I wanted to hit you with the MMA-Holes rap real quick, man. You ready for it?
Yeah. Help us here. Let's hear this.
What it is, what it do. It's the MMA-Holes, and we coming for you. We like to fuck around and say fat. And when we see your fat girlfriend, we go hit it from the back. Everybody in the show loves boobs. It's a well-known fact that we the best on YouTube. JBH got them pretty blue eyes. I'm trying to get that ass pregnant. I ain't even gonna lie. Mystic Moss, that's the #1 host. Everybody knows he's the king of the East Coast. And me, shit, you know where I'm at. I do this shit for the chat. I'll see you trolls later. Peace.
Thank you, Jose. Appreciate that. Okay. What?
Wonderful.
Stop talking. Stop all this like crazy stuff. My weight is good. My shape is good. And, I am 29 years old. I am not old like him.
Your shape is round, fathead. Round.
Hey, you old now, Tony. You old. 35, almost 35. This is not your time.
34, motherfucker. Get that shit right.
This is not your time. This is my time.
Respect your elders, son. Respect your elders.
No, only after fight, not inside the cage. Inside the cage, different. And that's it.
And last question for Khabib. Can you guarantee there will be no issues making weight when you have to step onto the scale the Friday before the fight?
Hey, how I can guarantee something?
I like how it goes, eh.
Like what happened after 10 days. I'm going to do everything perfect, but you never know what's going to be tomorrow. Somebody can sick, somebody can get, die or something like this. You never know how I'm going to say, hey, after 10 days, something happens. I guarantee you. Nobody can give you guarantee after 10 days what's going to happen. And,
This is getting rough. It's getting rough right now. It's getting rough.
Okay. Thank you, gentlemen, and good luck to both of you.
Thank you, sir.
So it started off on fire, right? Khabib versus Tony Ferguson, and it kind of dropped. The intensity has dropped. And now, with minutes to go in this media call, we are sitting here like, what the fuck have I done with my life? What is wrong with my life? We need to interrupt the program for 10 more likes. Phone lines are open as well. Thank you for liking the stream. I appreciate it. UFC 223 is next week. We will be at the weigh-ins for a meetup. Lick my balls.
I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes.
Fuck you, dislikes.
I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes. I hope the dislikes die of AIDS.
Jay Smooth is right. He says they ran out of material about 25 minutes ago. Yeah, I mean, it went a little too long. It's weird. I guess they have to get all the questions out from the media, but eventually, like after a certain point, they got to be like, okay, I think we're done. We were going to sell the pay-per-view. Now people are like, fuck this. We're not buying this pay-per-view. Let's go to home stretch.
Our next question comes from Eric Anderson with footandfist.com.
It sounds like someone's like cooking in the background.
Thank you so much. First, girls have not had a lot of chance to talk. I'd like my first question to be for Rose.
Of course.
Rose, do you feel like there is more or less pressure on you this time around?
No, I'd say I've always put a lot of pressure on myself, and that's just, just because I expect a lot from myself, and that's why I'm in the position that I'm in. I'm 25 years old. One of the youngest UFC champions, was about to be, the youngest champion when I, first got a title shot, and, came around, and now I'm in the spot that I'm in right now.
Has the recent changes in your mental game helped you more than any changes in your actual camp?
I'm sorry, say that again?
Have your changes in your mental game, the way you've mentally approached fights, affected you more than the changes in your actual camp?
The mental part is part of the camp. Like, it's all connected. So that's always growing, as well as my physical and my spiritual.
Thank you so much. Joanna, do you really feel like the last fight was a fluke? Have you made any major changes to your game plan since the first fight, or do you feel like that isn't even necessary?
Oh, yes, definitely we did some, because with every camp I want to be better fighter, and I didn't have a chance to show to people how good was the camp before I faced Rose for the first time. But I feel like I stepped on better level, different level, higher. I'm better, and I will show it very soon.
All right, thank you so much. All right, here we go. Khabib, this one's for you. If you are unable to take Ferguson down, will you be able to keep pace with him on the feet?
Say again?
This one's for Khabib. If you can't take Kukui down, will you be able to keep up with him on the feet? Are you willing to get in a prolonged boxing match with him?
Hey, this is MMA fight, This is not grappling or striking, wrestling. This is MMA fight. I have plan, and we work on this. And when cage closed, I'm gonna listen to my coaches, my corners, and follow my plan. That's why this fight is so interesting, because nobody knows what.
Shut up.
It's gonna.
Tony with the shut up.
It's gonna be a stand-up fight.
Let's call him fat.
Straight up. Try to hype
What you
yourself
say?
up. You hear me?
What you say?
You hear me? You fake.
Uh-oh. Here we go. They're going back at it again.
You fat.
Why
you fake?
Like fake, like what?
Like tiramisu.
Oh my God.
Hey Tony. Hey, nobody talk with you. Shut up. Nobody talk with you. He asked me, why you talk about this?
Tony, a lot of fighters.
Drop your ass, Mark. Straight up. You got problems. Trying to hype yourself up. I'm scared about doing over your words now.
Blah, 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 blah. Like always.
You said that same shit before you pulled out.
Hey, when we go to the case, they understand my pressure.
Don't they want to sell pay-per-views here? Why would they do this with the audio? It's so ridiculous.
We understand my pressure. We'll see.
You understand me now.
I hope you change after fight, like when you fight with Danny Castillo, because
I
like,
give you full respect. When you had your kid and your baby, I said respect to your family, my best, and respect to your father. Out of all the bullshit thick and thin, I hope we can have a culture exchange. I'm going to bring my sombrero, son.
What? Drunk Savage says Tony's trash talk is at 30%. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing too. Yeah, what?
You bring your hat. Straight up.
You're going to bring a sombrero, you bring your hat. Okay.
I'm going to bring everything. Don't worry about me. Focus on you.
Bring some extra cake for me too, all right? But don't eat that shit. It's bad for you.
If you want, I can take you too. You want this?
If you want, I'll bring you some cake. I'll bring you actually some flan.
Please.
Oh, my God.
Kid, please bring this. We're going to eat it after fight.
New York style.
Please.
Okay.
Senor Ferguson.
I can bring you.
Yeah, I get you, son. Stumbling. You're going to be stumbling.
You want
like
right?
Bambi inside that octagon. I see your
want
boxes
left
you be
hook?
bringing in. I see
You
your
want
boxes.
left hook
Nobody
or right
skinny
hook?
like me.
What you want?
Nobody fucking dances like me. I'm too sweet and too smooth for you, son. I got more rhythm than you, you flat-footed, duck-billed platypus.
Oh. Did you just call him a flat-footed duck-bill platypus?
To be honest, I didn't understand it. Okay, next question, please.
Ferguson, a lot of fighters have played keep away from Khabib. They eventually all get caught. Are you planning to take the fight to him, pressure him, put him on the back foot?
You guys forget, man. Like I said, I don't have to say how many all-time state and all-time All-American I am, but before that, I was an outside cornerback. I never ran the ball. Anytime I ran the ball, I broke my shit. I never run away from danger. I run towards danger. I'm an outside cornerback, and I hit harder than any motherfucker that's out there on the field. That's a straight up, man. We won state, and we were
Hashtag duck-billed platypus. That's right. We'll make that trend.
runners up from that state. We were 26-1 for 2 years in a row. You want to test me? Trust me, if I don't want to
what
take
is
you down, I'm
this
going to
all
put you on your
American?
back.
What is this
I'll post a video. I will post a video of myself just from last night taking down some motherfuckers, leaving my feet like Superman.
What is this all
Coming
American?
harder at
What
you.
is this?
Seriously. This is
I
the
don't
art of
understand.
10 men.
What is this
You
all
haven't on my
American?
shoulders. Just wait.
Hey, what is
You
this
haven't.
all American?
Trust me, you play football? I play American football.
American football?
Hey, Ferguson.
What the fuck?
There are
gridiron.
Hey, no. I have question for him. Like, what is this, like, all-American? I don't understand this. What are you talking about, all-American?
That means college. That means I'm educated.
Boss Coker says, jokes on Tony. The duck-billed platypus is a fierce warrior.
Wonderful, wonderful.
That's right.
That means I'm very well educated.
You read
that I spent
college?
time on the mat. That I spent.
Jake Troy says, gotta love the high school glory days. That's true. You gotta love that, right? Why do idiot people think Confederate flags is racist? Oh, there you go. 812.
No work.
Oh, hey, look at this. One Eye Billy is live on the MMA-Holes. What's going on, man?
Chris.
Yeah.
Is it real?
This is real. This is real life right now. You are live on the MMA-Holes. We're listening to the cringe of the UFC 223 media call. What's going on?
Tell Jay Smooth they left the thongs back in the car.
What did he leave in the car?
Jay Smooth left the lingerie in the back of my car.
Jay Smooth left his lingerie in the back of your car. Is this true?
Yeah, we were having a pretty good time last night, and I was getting the booty, and
yeah,
I got some panties back here. I got to get rid of them.
So you have
this crap falling over them.
All right, thank you, Scott. Welcome to the MMA-Holes.
Don't light them on fire.
All right, there you go. Thank you, Jay Smooth. If you want to get your panties back, we'll link up. Thank you, Scott. What's going on? Welcome to the wonderful, wonderful autism of the MMA-Holes.
Wonderful, wonderful.
UFC 223 media call is winding down. Who's going to win the fight? Tony or Khabib? Let me know in the chat.
Now you almost 50
I had to
years
make
old.
weight.
What are you
If
talking
I didn't
about?
make the grade, I didn't get to play. You get that?
Hey, when you wrestling in college, it's like 15, 14. Now you're almost 50 years old. It's different time. It's Khabib time, buddy. It's Khabib time. You have to understand this.
It's Khabib time.
El Kukui.
Hold on, I got
One more
some
question.
pictures.
Oh
One
my
more
God.
question. Actually, well, one thing. You said you were working out. What are you doing? What kind of workout are you doing while you're on the line?
I think he cleaned some house, you know.
You went back to the house cleaning joke. Oh my God.
He interim champ, no make money. Reebok don't pay him, you know, like he's like he's on his stuff. Nobody.
Oh my God. You're live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name? What's on your minds?
Hey, can you tell the faggot to not mistake his daughter's clothing for a man's clothing, please? Thank you.
All right, anytime. There you go. Jay Smooth saying that it's his daughter's clothing, not a man's clothing. So there you go. And now it's cleared up. Jay Smooth called in. If you're just jumping in, One Eye Billy accused Jay of leaving his panties in the back of his car, and Jay Smooth just called up and said, no, it's not his panties, but indeed it is One Eye Billy's daughter's panties. I think that interaction is better than this media call.
Buy his stuff, you know, like that's why I think he cleaned some house.
Are you there, Tony?
Yo, back. Yeah, I'm back. Now I had to take some pictures. Dog.
He busy, buddy. He busy.
All right.
I'm a busy guy. I'm a busy guy, man. I'm working out. What's going on? What's the question? Sorry about
What
that.
kind of workout are you
Clean
doing, Tony?
Clean
What
good,
are you
boy.
doing?
I'm feeding myself full of tiramisu, man. Straight up, Tony's tiramisu.
Clean good boy. Jesus Christ.
Hey, clean good.
Whoever wants to make it, fucking come at me.
Oh
Let's
my
make a
God.
deal. Let's go.
With the fucking house cleaning jokes. Who would have thought that Khabib would have jumped in with house cleaning jokes?
Let's put that shit on the market. Tony's tiramisu and Tony's horchata. Let's roll.
Hey, Tony.
Do you think Cormier is in the corner feeding Khabib lines?
Smith. Smith.
A lot of fighters, there are rumors that you have trained Wing Chun. And a non-committal style where you keep your hands on your opponent may be handy when you close the distance. Are there aspects to your game we still haven't seen?
Absolutely. I'm a student in this sport. Like I said, I went to universities and I belong to them, and the first thing I had to do is accept that I'm not perfect, and accept that I don't know everything. And that opens room for growth. So what I've done is I planted that seed in my head to become that student and to make sure that I keep being that student. So I don't have people holding my hand because it allows me to have exploration in depth in my brain, to be able, in my heart, to be able to go out there. I shoot from the cuff, man, before it even hits my heart and before it hits my brain. So if I'm in the gym surrounding myself around a bunch of people that's polluting the mind, I'm not going to be able to grow from that. I have to allow myself to grow first and then allow people to fucking coach that, to refine it, to shape it, to form it, to be a champion. That's a real champion.
All right. There's a very professional answer by Tony.
Thanks, Tony. We'll go ahead and turn the call back over to Dave Lockett for any additional or closing remarks.
All right, here we go. For winding it down.
I'd like to thank all four fighters for participating in today's call. A reminder
All
to
right,
all.
enough of that shit. Anyway, that was the UFC 223 media call right there. And yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say about that. Tony Ferguson versus El Kukui. Tony Ferguson versus Khabib Nurmagomedov, the Eagle. That's right, the Eagle is going down next Saturday night. And we had our ups and downs with that media call, and we got through it like a one big happy family over here. And Joanna and Rose are on this card too. We barely got to hear from them. One Eye Billy's chiming in. One Eye Billy, welcome back to the show. Yeah, One Eye Billy. We have the answer to your dilemma, and Jay Smooth said that is indeed your daughter's panties. Do you have a response to this?
That's because he is my daughter. I'm his daddy.
Oh, you're saying Jay Smooth is your daughter, and you are in fact.
It's my transvestite son.
All right, cool, great. Thank you for clearing that up. All right, One Eye Billy calling in saying that he. All right, there's a saga going on, a little saga. Jay Smooth. We don't know. What do you guys think in the chat? Do you think that who is telling the truth? One Eye Billy or Jay Smooth? Let me know in the chat right now. Who is telling the truth? We need to find out as we wind down this weird edition of the MMA Holes. TGIW, if you're not subscribed to the MMA Holes, well, you better do it because we'll be back live here on this channel for Food Court Friday with Jessie Bell-Hill. Jessie Bell-Hill is our moderator of the chat. JBH is her name over there. Go subscribe to JBH. She will be live within minutes, 5 minutes. We're going to take some last-minute calls. Who the fuck do you guys have for this fight card over here? UFC 223 is going to be a banging card. We're going to keep on pounding the shit out of this thing because I am pumped up. I am excited about this. Ferguson versus Nurmagomedov is absolutely fantastic. I cannot wait for this shit, and it is in Brooklyn. It's in New York. How could you go wrong? How could you go wrong? We have 97 likes over here. If you're liking this shit, make sure you hit us to 1,000 likes. How about that? Fuck 100. Go to 1,000. Now, 3 more likes. We play the 10 more like song. 8,100 subscribers. We let the dragons loose. And I thank you guys for watching tonight on the MMA Holes. The phone lines are open at 516-522-0267. If you want to get in your last thoughts, now is the time to do it on the MMA Holes. Tomorrow night, I don't know if I'm gaming tomorrow. I have a gaming channel, a link in the description to that called Not the MMA Holes. If you want to play some music and hang out with us, take song requests, we can do that. We're going to read the chat, see how the chat's doing. That's it, Chris. Make it a rule that you can't call in if you flunked out of special eds to see Phoenix. So, all right, keep that in mind. Jose, welcome back to the show. What's on your mind, my man?
Hey, I want to talk about somebody that's flying under the radar, and I'm a little ashamed that you haven't brought him up, Chris. This is one of your East Coast boys. What about Al Iaquinta, Raging Al?
Well, Raging Al, and funny you say that, I actually reached out to him to try to get him on the horn because I know he is on this UFC 223 card, friends with Aljamain Sterling. I actually asked Aljamain, I'm like, how do I get a hold of this fucking guy? You know, Raging Al would be perfect for this show, and yeah, let's talk about it. What do you think? Paul Felder versus Raging Al.
Oh, okay, here we go. So Raging motherfucking Al Iaquinta is a excellent representative of the fucking East Coast. He's a beast. He's a fucking man's man, a fighter's fighters. He doesn't take shit from nobody, including the UFC and Dana White. Al Iaquinta is one of my fucking favorite fighters that nobody talks about. He has fucking told Dana White to fuck himself, and he's talked about the money side of the business, how they've tried to fuck him over and pay him dog shit. He went out and got his real estate license and started selling houses and said, fuck you guys. If you don't fucking pay me, I'm just going to sell fucking houses. You can eat a fucking dick. I love Raging Al. He's got that motherfucking won't take shit East Coast fucking attitude, and he's a badass motherfucking fighter. That boy is well-rounded. He's excellent on the feet. He's got good wrestling. I fucking love the dude up and down, his attitude, his shit-talking, and he's intelligent, bro. I fucking love the guy. What do you think?
All right. Thank you for the call, Jose. Al Iaquinta, well, listen, of course I'm a fan, right? Now, he's not the most intelligent guy in the world, but he is representing Strong Island, right? Well, maybe he is intelligent. Who knows? Maybe it's a joke on us. But Al Iaquinta, when he's on Ariel Helwani's show, man, fireworks. Absolute fireworks. My favorite Al Iaquinta moment, and if you look over here, he's on a little bit of a fight streak. He's been fucking calling out Dana White and this and that. He's on a 5-fight win streak. My favorite moment is a controversial split decision against Jorge Masvidal, and he pretty much flips off the audience. He goes, fuck all of you. Like, basically, fuck all of you. And then went on a little bit of a hiatus, 2015 to 2017. Look at that, April, look at that. 2015 to 2017, took a big-ass break, sold some houses, like, fuck you, and then comes back and knocks out an aged Diego Sanchez. So that is my favorite moment of Al Iaquinta. The guy's a beast. Listen, I mean, very close to winning the Ultimate Fighter and takes an L to Michael Chiesa. Loses. A lot of people were saying Al was going to get that fight. Then rattles off 3 wins in a row. And check this out. Look at his wins over here. He fought Ryan Couture. Well, listen, he never turned out to be anything big. Okay, we're going to skip him. And let's go to Kevin Lee. How about that? He beat Kevin Lee, a young Kevin Lee in 2014. A very young Kevin Lee. He beat him in a unanimous decision. Okay. Lost to Mitch Clark. He got submitted over there. And then bang, here we go. Rattles off the 5 in a row. Raging Al. Raging Al Iaquinta will be fighting Paul Felder. We're going to end the show like this, and we're going to take it to the JBH after show. The MMA Holes after show. JBH is in the chat. Go subscribe to JBH, our moderator. Thank you for watching. And we're going to take it down to this, motherfuckers. Who is going to win Al Iaquinta versus Paul Felder? Let me know in the chat what you guys think. Right fucking now. 98 likes. 98 likes.
2 more likes. And we let Bruce Buffer dance one more time. 2 more likes. Let's go. Tickle that thumbs up. I need it. I need it. I need 2 more likes. Do it.
Fap. 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 Fap.
I'm fapping.
Fap. Fap. Fap.
A lot of people are saying Al Iaquinta is gonna win. 1 more like. Ow, ow, ow. Will we get 100 likes? Will Bruce Buffer dance? Will I fap?
Fap. Fap. Fap.
Fap. 10 more likes. 10 more likes. 10 more likes. We did it. Make this man dance. Go.
I've got 10 more likes. I've got
10 more likes.
I've got 10 more likes. Fuck you, dislikes. I've got 10 more likes.
I've got 10 more likes.
I've got 10 more likes. I hope the dislikes die of AIDS.
Thank you guys for supporting the channel. The likes and dislikes. Dislikes. The 5. I hope your AIDS is wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
JBH is going live right fucking now. Thank you guys for watching. And both of us, me and JBH, will be live on Food Court Friday this Friday. I lost to the Dice of Dune, which is over there. I lost it at Die 2 times in a row. Maybe I'll catch a win. Will I catch a win? Well, we won't know until Friday. So make sure you subscribe to the MMA-Holes. Click that bell so you know when we're live. Let me know in the comment section down below. What do you think of this card, UFC 223? Let me know when this stream is done. Yay or nay, are you pumped up for UFC 223? Let me know who won the back and forth in the press conference down below in the comment section. Thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate all the support from the MMA-Holes. And always remember, don't be an a-hole. Be an MMA-Hole.